It's wavy, bitch.
Some girls have some kind of superiority that makes them all kind of sexy. Every time I'm in your vicinity, I keep getting kinda sweaty. Come on, you want girl, every freaking round can get my eyes off of you. Come on, you want girl, every freaking round, and now I know what I'm gonna do. I got this something for you, making me wish you were feeling me too. Baby, I got this something for you, kisses and feelings I'm feeling for you.
Tell me, what is it gonna be? You know how I want ya, till the sun rises over me. You could stay much longer, let my eyes tell you what I need. Lose track of time when I let you do what you do to me. Warming up real high for ya, you seem real lonely. Maybe I'll take you home with me. I know you don't want me to leave. Na. You seem real lonely. Maybe I'll take you home with me. Change the tempo of your heartbeat. Na.
I got this something for you, making me wish you were feeling me too. Baby, I got this something for you, kisses and feelings I'm feeling for you.
You want boy. Every time I come around, you don't know what to do.
You want girl, every time you come around I lose myself, I don't know what to do, you're so full. I got this something for you, making me wish you were feeling me too. Baby, I got this something for you, kisses and feelings I'm feeling for you. All I know, I got this something for you, making me waiting for you.
But if I turn on my mic, 1 2 1 2, welcome to Club Shada, and with me, Mr. Shada, representing Senegal today. I hope everybody's fine. I hope your weekend was fine. My weekend was fine. We had a great interview with Sami Sam Beats, who happy. I was happy. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching. Hello, Nael. Welcome to the show. I want to say a big shout out to our new subscribers, Mrs. Renk Sesounet, Rakibou Suleiman, Johan Kiavoué. Yeah, I guess all the names are taken. Well, big up to Monsieur Bakar Awad. Welcome. I hope you're fine. I'm fine. And been having a great weekend. I was alone at home, which had me. I had the possibility to take that time to record a new song. Actually, on a beat that I did live on YouTube 4 or 5 days ago. I needed a song for not next Friday, but the next Friday after that. So I recorded everything yesterday, very quickly, 1 hour. So that was fine. That was cool. And did a lot of administrative stuff. I left my house after 8 weeks. 8 weeks being home. Can you imagine that? Yeah, left my house and I went to see Bodhisattva at his house yesterday. So that was cool. a little scary to meet other people and their viruses. I'm very scared of people now. I might be the one like spreading them the virus, but yeah, that was strange. Like, and you know, like it's funny because you're gonna meet different type of people. Some people gonna be like, stay away from me, and other people gonna say like, yo, I don't have a virus, man. I know I'm clean. I was like, yo, you don't know, because you might be infecting people without knowing because you're feeling great. But I mean, it was cool. We did a little barbecue. It was like 4 of us in the house. It was me and a couple of friends of his, and then we met his neighbor Badosha, who's a famous kizomba singer. He was there too. I mean, in the streets, and his girlfriend is a good friend of mine, so they just had a baby, so it was great. I could see the baby and stuff. It was strange, you know, like artists, we love to live as recluse. We love to stay at home and just be there, working, chilling, watching YouTube or Netflix, learning new stuff, recording, mixing, releasing, looking at analytics. So I mean, I spent like 8 weeks like that, and it was actually a great time, if I could say. I mean, a lot of people are feeling like they were in prison, like, and all that was missing was an ankle bracelet, and a lot of people felt like, I'm dying at home, I hate my life. My quarantine was great. Like, I did some great new things. I created this show. I recorded a bunch of new music. I work on my never-ending album that will be released one day when I'm done. I remixed a lot of tracks, and like now that the quarantine is more or less over in Portugal and people are in the streets, it's strange. I think I liked my neighborhood when it was empty. Like, I had the waterfront for just me and my neighbors, and like when I would go for walks, I would meet nobody. I went to do a 10-kilometer walk today. There's a ton of motherfuckers. There's a bunch of guys and girls, like a bunch of people training outside, walking, like families walking. I mean, I guess it means the hood is alive. But yeah, I like the way it was. I understand that the business needs to start again. The restaurants are starting to open, especially the ones that have terraces. So those ones, we have a lot of them here because I live on the waterfront. So a lot of these restaurants are opening because people can sit outside and have a good distance between them. So it's cool. I guess I'm not gonna complain. I can go back to eating sushi outside. But yeah, I'm gonna say that I got used to this life. I got used to, yeah. So my daughter is about to go back to school, maybe next week, I think, or maybe beginning of June. I don't remember. That's gonna be strange too. The house is gonna feel empty, but I think when my daughter goes back to school, I will decide at what time I do those lives, because maybe I can do them earlier. It's gonna depend, because I know that a lot of people here are in the US, some are in the UK, some are in Portugal, some are in Africa. So it really depends on the right time to do it. Maybe 10 p.m. So it would be 3 hours earlier than now. I'll see with everybody depending on, you know, when you guys work, when you guys are available, because it's a vibrant community, and I like it. So what up, AJ? I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. Today was really the first day that I woke up without itchy throat. So I guess whatever I had is gone. I'm still taking my medicine just to be sure that I don't have nothing, but and to protect everybody. But I'm feeling much better, really. I'm still sleeping a lot though, so I guess I still need to rest. So well, you know how it is. Malcolm Beats, what up, Gordo? Nathan, welcome home. Maximum, I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. Green on the beat. I'm gonna start working on those beats. Yep. Welcome to the Shada gang. Hi everybody. Hi, Redune. Bro, you need an icon. Time to put an icon in there. Well, listen. Without further ado, I have a special guest in the building. I have a special guest in the building. It's something that I've known. Something. It's somebody that I've known for a few years now. We worked on a few songs together. Less than I would want, but you know, she's these kind of artists that they appeared and they disappear. You know, those artists. So whenever she's here, I'm here. Then she disappears. Well, I'm here. When she comes back, I'm here. And we have 2 or 3 projects together. I don't even remember. We're supposed to have 10 right now, but artists, fuckers. I want everybody to make. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say hi to my cousin Joel. Happy to see you, brother. Can't wait to do this interview with your wife. It's gonna be fun. Shada, we are well. I hope you are well. Where did you disappear? That's the real question. Anyway, I want everybody to make some noise for the one and only, Miss Jaçie. Hey, what up?
What's up? I hope my internet is not acting crazy.
No, your internet is fine. Your internet is fine. I hope you're fine. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Say hi to DJ Monteo, Maximum Records, Joel. Say hi to AJ.
Everybody.
Not everybody. You have to call them by name.
I gotta call them by name. Okay.
So you go. Let's go from the start. Hi, Nael.
Hi, Nael.
Hi, Bakar.
Hi, Bakar.
Hi, AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Hi, Malcolm Beats. Where's my beats?
Oh, Malcolm Beast, what's up?
How's Nathan? Hi, Nathan.
Hi, Nathan.
Yeah. Hi, Maximum Records.
Hi, Maximum Records.
Hi, Redune.
Hi, Redune.
Where's your icon? Hi, Cousin Joel.
Hi, Cousin Joel.
Hi, DJ Tineg.
Hi, DJ Tineg.
What up, Tineg? Hi, Saran.
Hi, Sarah Ann. Hey, girl.
Hi, Shode. How do you say Shode?
Shade.
Shode.
Shade. Yeah.
What a
Shade.
voice.
Yes.
Shode, you sing too much. You sing too well to be releasing so scarce music.
Yep.
You release something, then you disappear for 6 months. It's not normal.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Indeed. Hi, Nadia.
Hey, Nadia, girl.
All right. Somebody, AJ saying he loves your glasses.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
They're cool. I want some.
I come with the cool. I come with the vibes. Hey guys, I saw a name and it went so fast. Couldn't
Shada
keep up.
saying, Jaçie, my love.
Aw, hey love.
This is how they go. When all these guys change when there's a woman. Like they're extra. They're a little extra. They're a little extra.
That's so funny.
3 days ago, when there was the drunk beat maker, nobody was so.
They didn't care. They weren't showing the love.
No, not everybody was showing the love. No, it was cool. It was cool. It was actually a cool conversation with Sammy Sambis. It was cool. It was just very happy. Too much grog. He says hi, by the way.
Hey.
Hey, Yasmin D.
Hey, yes, the girl.
Okay.
Got my peeps.
The NG Star Show says Jaçie is so beautiful.
Hey, it's my twin. Hey, twin.
Now, you brought all your friends, I see, huh?
I brought the Jocelini's. They're in the building.
Oh, they have a name?
Yes, they sure do.
Totally agree with you, Kaysha. Thank you too so much. Shada, come on, let's do a track together.
Look at that.
Yeah, the three of us. Andre, what up? Andre's from Angola, if I remember well.
Andre. Hello.
You know what? I'm gonna do an experiment. I want to do an experiment. Something I didn't try. I want to see. Listen, I've seen a great idea. I want to try it. So let me go on my phone. Let me like a few photos. Oh,
Are you?
Somebody's calling you?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. What is
It
this
is
you
on
dancing?
That
What
is
is
me
this? What
That's me
sorcery is this? This is what you do on Flag Day?
Listen.
You twerk your non-ass?
First of all,
Yes.
I represent for the Little Booty Committee, so don't come for us. Thank you. Little Booty Committee.
Okay. This
Little booties matter.
Booty community. All right. Okay. All right. Well, Little Booty Committee represents.
All day.
Hola, Martina. No, we not. Don't worry. Grim says, Jaçie, you should ask Kaysha to release a new single.
He does one like every week. What?
Alexandra said, Jaçie, I just called you.
Yeah, she's the person that just called me.
Okay, well, she's busy.
Like, okay, I'm trying to like find a way to mute this.
No, you
FaceTime.
just go to your. Oh, are you using your phone? You have to go to. So first of all, everybody go follow Jaçie on Instagram. That's her Instagram.
Please.
That's her Instagram, Jaçie World. Well, I'm not seeing the top of the screen. Let me see that. Oops. I did something that I shouldn't have done.
Technical difficulties.
No, don't worry. I want to put the phone in the middle. And then you. There we go. Yeah, I was saying, everybody go follow Jaçie World on Instagram. Unless you're using your phone right now, don't forget to follow her. So before we start, I want you to talk to me about, before you talk to me about this, right? Let me just do this with the camera because the iPhone should not be zoomed. Oh, I guess it's not. No, I guess, well, it's normal. I want to try something.
Okay.
Oh, Alexandra is saying little booties matter. You go, girl. Oh, because you're a club? There's a bunch of you? Oh my God. What's going on in the world?
Come hard. We come hard.
Sorry. Look my idea. Imagine have you ever did a live show on Instagram but on somebody else's channel?
No.
Like they give you, like for example, Trace Talker, what they're doing.
Oh,
they
no,
invite a lot of people. They give them the identifiers for the channel, and they ask them to come and for example do a DJ set or something inside of their YouTube channel. So the interest for them is to, of course, bring everybody in their channel, right? But then the problem with that is that a lot of people, instead of being in because they follow you, right? Let's say you have 20,000 followers and you were invited to do a live in a channel that has 5,000 followers. So you will be live for these 5,000 followers, but your own followers might not know that you're
Right.
there. So how do you bring your followers? So I was watching the live of a celebrity that I forgot the name, and then so she was live. So I go on her live, and on her live she just had a screen saying, "Oh, I'm live out there." So I was like, "What?" They were like, "Yeah, I'm live there." So what I want to do, I'm gonna go to my Instagram. I'm gonna go live, but just to say, I'm live on Kaysha TV. Oh, that's my cousin. So live, okay. And let's see how many people come from Kaysha TV. That's a good experiment because then I can just, when I'm live, I just come here for, what is this filming? Oh yeah.
You have it on the back. There you go.
So I can put it here. Go live. Oh, there's a new thing, fundraisers. Finally, they let people get paid on Instagram. Too late. We're on YouTube now. And I go live, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm live. And now I put a photo here. This one. So the people that come to my live, they know that actually I'm on Kaysha TV.
You're so funny. Hey, that's a good idea. I'm not mad at it.
Listen, that's a good idea. If we can have like, look, Praia Capital, come to Kaysha.tv, bro. I'm with Jaçie. We're talking, unless you hate her.
Okay, they're requesting to be added to your live.
Serenity, hello. Join us on YouTube. How many people are there? Already 34. See?
Look at that.
Look at that. My man Kiko Mao, thanks for playing a Kaysha mixtape yesterday on the Trace Talker channel. Now come to YouTube. We on YouTube. That's where you find us. Kaysha.tv, YouTube. Hey, to say it. Yeah, exactly. See? You there where? Praia Capital. We don't see your comments. Nice. Hello, Emmanuel. Welcome to the show. Andre said, "Oh my gosh, I love the way she calls my name." Oh my God, these guys.
The voice of the singer.
Exatamente, Andre, calma. Calm down. Fenomeno says she's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Kaysha's a hater.
God shit. What up, man? When are you coming to the live? Hello, Julie. And she says, hi, Kaysha.
Hi,
hi,
Julie.
beautiful. Hi. See? We catch one from Instagram. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome. So I can do that like for. So imagine you start your live show. But not King Math. You start your live show on somewhere else and you use a phone either the whole time to send people to the other place or just for the first 10 minutes.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. And then you just tell people, hey, Didi's the one. Meet us on Kaysha.tv. And I see people actually coming. That's a good idea. you know. What up, Praia Capital? This
Hey,
guy's
Daniel.
face never changes.
Forever young. That's why.
See, this is our subscriber here. I saw live on Instagram of you inviting us here. Exactly. That was the goal. That was the goal. Bodhisattva is saying CC, Jaçie, and Papa K. Yeah. What up, Bodhisattva? How you doing, my brother?
What's up? I love watching his lives. They give me life.
So when are you doing a track together?
I'm waiting on Bodhisattva.
Yeah, body's slow.
Look at him coming for you on the line. It wasn't he said that, not me. Okay.
Let me tell the people that I'm now gonna be on Kaysha.tv. Alright guys, as you can see, we are live on Kaysha.tv. So meet us there. See you. Love you too, Creole Peaches. Beijos Angola, Belle Beauty Makeup. Come to YouTube. Ciao guys. Yes, I'm sure. End it. Shada. Delete the video. Nice. See? Let me go back to your Instagram. Who's that girl? Can you introduce me? So talk to me about this, the performers. What's the idea behind the performers?
So I wanted to have 8 performers sing a cappella for a cash prize. And it would be able to show vote because IG's
so you were paying the people?
They would win a prize. So it was like a showcase with a cash prize.
How much?
So we did it off of donations. We ended up giving the winner $150 US.
Oh, so everybody that was watching was giving something and the winner would get that.
So yeah,
that's
me
a great
and
idea.
My friend and twin, the Angie Star Show, we donated and then we had asked people to also donate.
Wow, nice.
Right.
That's a great idea. So it's a great incentive to people. And who won?
I am Troy Burden.
The one on the top.
Durden. That's his last name. Yeah, the first one on the top. He won. But
I have to go discover all these people. They're
really amazing. Like, oh my gosh. So certain people, when they sang, they gave me like tingles. Certain people, I feel like they would be great recording artists. Like outside of just like the vocals, I think they have like
what it takes.
Some different, just something different in their voice that I don't always hear. And like, even though it may not sound perfect, like that if it was recorded and you had the right engineer, they can kind of So yeah, it was really fun. It was great to be able to showcase other people
and
on my.
So that's very interesting because I've seen a lot of sharing in all those platforms. There's a lot of people who, because of just staying home, they actually have been sharing each other, doing it. There's been a lot of conversations on live. There's been a lot of community building actually out of this. So it takes us to be in a quarantine so that everybody start building communities online, which is very interesting.
Well, I feel like people weren't really completely invested in online as much. I feel like people were posting, but they weren't really like, especially artists, like we weren't sitting and really taking in the content as much as we should or utilizing the platform to the best of it, what it can offer us. We weren't utilizing it well.
People have been very inventive since we've been all stuck at home.
Agreed.
So let me say hi to Miss Onyx. Boa noite. It's night here. But bon dia for you, wherever you are. Where are you, Miss Onyx? I think you're somewhere in Africa. Does she have a single or an album?
I have singles, working on an EP right now.
So
but
if you go on the platform and you look for Jaçie, you will find her here. See? There she is.
Oh, you're following me. Yay!
Of course I'm following you. So So that's a song that she did with me called Follow Me. That's a song that she did with me called Next to Me.
Oh God.
I produced the beat. That's the song that she did with me called Something for You. And then that's the one that she did with me too. And then there's, you have Volley. That's, I think, is one of my favorite songs from you. And then there's Drink That, with her, comes with a porn movie.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hypnotized, and then some remixes. So she has like she's here. She's starting to have her own nice little catalog. But listen, there's not enough songs here. In 2020, you only release one track, and it's not normal, sis. You have to
Right.
you have to start releasing more songs. Just saying.
Working on it.
Danielle says, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Praia Capital. It's been a long time, bro.
What's up, Daniel?
Hello, Cesaltina. Olá, tudo bem?
Hola.
Coche, yeah. So, if you don't know, Cochete is a great rapper from Guinea-Bissau, and he has a lot of talent. I actually plan to do a track with him. Accessorily, he's also my wife's best friend. So he came with the package, right? So I was like, okay. But he actually has a lot of talent, so that's cool. Kaysha, you continuously kill the social media space. Love it. Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks a lot. We just, trying to create some nice content for the nice people. Buddy says, last time I sent Jaçie a cut, she dismissed the joint.
Oh my God! That sound did not it didn't click for me. Like, it's nice, but it wasn't like my vibe.
Yeah. So send something else.
I'm waiting for him to send something else.
Why you complaining? Like a little BB.
Oh my God!
Send another one, bro.
He said, "But I got you."
Okay. See, and now Miss Onyx is coming to his rescue with some hearts. Dali saying, j'aime cette expérience avec Instagram. I love it. Thanks. That was a good idea, no? So everybody saying hi to Buddy. The Sour Patch Twins IG Live.
Sour.
Every Thursday. The Sour. That's the place where you girls drink, right?
No.
Is that the place where you drunk in the end?
Oh yes, we do drink on the live.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that one time. I was like, okay, it's getting lit in here.
Yes, Sour Patch Twin Live on Thursdays. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m.
Maximum Records is asking if you can sing just a little bit.
Okay.
Since when? You never asked that to nobody. You never asked that to the other guys. Why all of a sudden you are extra? Huh. Is this the leopard? Okay, sing something for him. Just
okay. Okay, I'll sing it out loud. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Ooh, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clovers. The night I look at you. There you go.
Wow. Listen, I would sing after you, but my auto-tune is not plugged. But I felt it. You're in California. Hello, California. Everybody put some claps for Jaçie, who's like, yeah, she's the real deal. How long? Since how long have you been singing?
Since I was 3.
What?
Since I was 3 years old. Ask my mother. She'll tell you. She's the one that told me that.
Well,
I didn't know
give me the number. I'll ask her.
Okay. I'll call her right now. I'll be like, Mom, how long have I been singing? She goes, since you were 3 years old.
Buddy said, Jaçie, please check your DMs.
Okay.
I guess he sent you something.
Let's see.
So wait a minute. You been singing since you were 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So wait a minute. So who put you to singing? You were just like, you were born and you were singing, or like?
No, I was in the church choir.
At 3, you were in the church choir?
Yeah. I couldn't even fit the uniforms. Like my mom had to get custom uniforms made for me.
Why so early?
Because I was like gifted. I was musically gifted in programs. Like I used to play the violin. I used to play the piano.
What? What you mean you used to? You don't anymore?
I can play Fur-Elise and like Moonlight of Sonata. Like those are my 2 favorite classical songs. But like I'm not a fan of actually playing instruments. It's just because it was forced on me, so I never grew to love it.
Oh, so it was like, so you learned to play instrument from the church?
No, so I'm saying in general.
Okay.
Yeah, like at school, I was selected to be a part of like a musical program, which is when I learned instruments. But the singing started off in church.
So were your parents part of that, or was just?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are your parents singers?
So my dad used to be in a band. He's like really into like the arts. So my dad used to do plays. He used to have shows in Haiti. He used to like just be a part of like organizing things.
She's Haitian. She's Haitian.
Yes, Haitian. Shout out to all my Haitian. Happy Flag Day! Where's my flag? Hey! Happy Flag Day!
All right.
So yeah, you know.
Big up Senegal. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, my dad, he used to organize events, and he was in a Haitian band called, what was the band called? Oh wow, I forgot.
Was it Compa? Was it?
It was definitely Compa, but I forgot the name. He's actually, I found his video.
He's gonna like that, the fact that you don't even remember
the
name of his band.
Shamba, that's the name of the band, Shamba.
She felt the pressure.
I felt the pressure. Oh my god. He's so mad. But yeah, the band's name is Shamba. So he used to be a part of Shamba.
Okay.
And my mom was into, well, she's like a creative. She does, like, she owns a hair salon. She's into hair and beauty.
Oh.
But she used to actually be in a soap opera. So my parents are very artsy.
What?
Yeah.
What's the name of the soap? Wait, a soap opera in Haiti or in the U.S.?
So it was in the U.S. on like the Caribbean like broadcasted network that was owned by like Spanish people. So they had like a segment that they would pay for. She called it a futon. I don't know what, like, I'm guessing that's soap opera in Creole, but I don't know the actual name of it. But I know that.
Can we watch it somewhere on YouTube or somewhere?
I can ask her. I've never looked it up.
I'd love to see that.
I've seen it. It's so interesting. My mom is really
so your mom is an actor, but she owns a hair salon and she's into hair.
She's into hair. She's like into planning events. She's into entertainment, but she doesn't actually do those things anymore. She just does hair. Like that's her thing.
Okay. Your dad used to be in a compa band. He's a singer, an actor. He's an artist. So you are the product of art.
Yeah.
And when you were free, you were singing. That's crazy. I think I started singing. I was 26.
Oh wow!
And that was because of other tunes. My whole teenage life. I don't know. Actually, I started making beats when I was 8, and ever since I started making beats, my only dream was to make beats. I never dreamed of ever singing or rapping or whatever. By the time I got like 14, 15, that's when we discovered rap in France, US rap. So everybody was low-key a rapper. And but I really wanted to do beats for my sister and other rappers in France, in Paris, and Congo, until I got forced into a beauty pageant for guys in a club in Belgium that I won. And
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. I'm Mr. Ekim de Nuit in 1992. And at that moment, the DJ, who was a guy who used to DJ for us in parties in Congo back in the end of the 80s, around 89, 90 something, he just came with the microphone and says, not only is beautiful, but he's a rapper too. Bye, give me the mic, and he put the instrumental of Naughty by Nature, OPP, and I had no choice. And I started rapping, and all the girls in the club starts yelling. And then all the clubs came to me like, can you come in my club, do that? And from that day, I never stopped performing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
I guess it does.
Wow,
It
that's
does.
impressive.
AJ is saying you have raw talent.
Oh, thank you.
Hello,
Thank you,
Gabby.
AJ. Hey, DJ Big Tunes and the ones and twos. Brr, 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 brr.
I guess.
That's DJ Big Tunes, aka Carly.
Shorty says good as good.
As fuck.
Yeah, that's what I thought I read. Good as fuck, baby. Yes. So like you heard it here first. Kaysha featuring Jaçie featuring Shada.
Hey,
Coming
I
soon.
love it. I love
Coming
it.
soon. DJ Tinegis there saying you have to do a song with Malcolm Beats.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Kochi loved it. Jennifer loved it. Maximum, your new fan, because like saying, oh my gosh, she sings so fine, just like her beauty. Yeah, bye.
Aww.
You come on. These people. Angie is clapping and sending fire. Now I guess I have to follow her on Instagram. Listen, yeah, she got my heart. Come on, bro. So you have to follow her on Instagram. You have to follow her on Spotify. You have to follow her on YouTube. And we have to check all the work we did together. Hey, man, noticing
I'm hosting the vlog this week. Probably tomorrow.
What are you hosting?
The vlog.
Oh.
The vlog.
Yeah, your vlog, the famous one.
Yes.
I've been in the vlog once in New York.
Oh yeah, you have.
When we went to that Chinese place not far from my hotel. It was before Harlem or something like that. That was. You remember?
Yeah,
that was not
when
last time. That was when we went to buy the clothes for my baby when she was like 1 year old or something.
Yeah, I remember.
What up, DJ IT?
DJ IET.
There you go. Now we have two Haitians in the house. You're not alone anymore.
Hey. We have plenty of Haitians in the house.
I'm sure.
Plenty.
Hello, Jennifer from Benin. Wow. From Benin,
Hey,
I salute you. Your voice is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jennifer. How is it in Benin? Andre saying she's so kind. How you know?
I am so kind. That's so sweet. Thank
She
you.
might be a walking nightmare. You don't know.
Kaysha's lying.
I am. So where were we? So you start singing at 3, then you went to the School of Arts, right? Or you were in a music program in your school, and then what happened? So were you always Saka fête, chérie? Oh, okay. I'll let you guys talk to each other.
No need.
So,
Suck up fit.
were you born in New York, Boston, or were you born in Haiti?
I was born in Boston, so I'm Haitian American.
So you were always, so your parents already moved from Haiti to
The
Boston,
US.
right?
Yeah.
So did you grow up in the Haitian community or outside of it?
Um, Growing up, I guess you could say I grew up in a Haitian community, but I don't really remember anything outside of like my parents and their friends and family. So like when it comes to like neighbor wise, we didn't really talk to our neighbors like that.
Okay.
But in regards to like culture wise, what I grew up in was definitely the Haitian culture, just in the U.S.
Okay. Is it different from in Haiti?
I would say so. I feel like Haitians here over time they become a little Americanized. So
Normal.
even like, yeah. So like when I'm in Haiti, the way like my family would eat, like from food to snacks to TV to just everything. It's just like the way they speak Creole. Like my cousins in Haiti speak Creole mixed with more French, and my family speak more Creole mixed with English.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
my parents mix English and the Creole. Not they
Mm.
do a little bit, but they can speak Creole completely if they needed to.
But then they switch from one to the other. Yeah, just like
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 8 years since I'm in Portugal, and now I mean when I speak with my friends like Bodhisattva, we usually go from French to English all the time without really having a reason for that.
Thinking.
We just go from one to the other. But sometimes I'm looking for a word in French or in English, but that's the Portuguese that comes out because I've been here for so long now, and at home I only speak Portuguese to my wife and kid. So it's just at a point you become a product of where you are, I guess, or a mix of that.
That makes sense.
DJT says she has one of the best voices. Kaysha, make more music with her. I wish I could.
Don't let this man fool you, okay? Don't let him fool you. I'm waiting on beats from Kaysha. Kaysha answers my messages 2 years later. He takes his sweet time now because he's busy on live. So don't let him fool you, okay? Don't let him fool you.
She's such a liar. All she does is send me 8-minute voice messages. That's what she does. That's what she's been doing for the last 4 years. She sent me long voice notes about writer's block, about this, about that, about da. But when I send music, yeah, he doesn't record it.
That's a lie.
And I got beats for days.
That's a lie. But I have
1,000 beats in my drive, 1,000 beats ready. But she's always like, but I don't know, I'm not sure what to do with this time. That's what she does.
I will say that my writer's block has definitely gotten a lot better since I moved to New York. I think the energy out here has definitely helped. I wrote songs for you in like 2 days. Like, when could I have ever did that in the past?
That's true. But listen, the inspiration is New York is special. I know that when I walk in the streets of New York, I always have something to write about. Like I remember when I did my second album in '99 in New York, like I would just write songs like that. I would write my raps like, and there's so much art in the city. It's very inspiring.
It is.
So when did you start singing professionally? If I can say that.
I would say like maybe around like 15, 16, but I wasn't singing my own songs yet. I was just singing at like government events. So you're saying like writing my own music, 19?
What is singing at government event? What does that mean?
Oh, so my mom, she knew a lot of people. And like,
are you one of those wait, sorry, the elephant is not in the right place.
Oh.
It's important. Yeah, you were saying your mom has connections.
Yeah, so she's friends with like the governor. No, not the governor, the senator. Because of like the Haitian community itself and the people that were involved in the government there, she would connect through that, and then they would need people to sing like the national anthem.
That's Boston.
Yes, in Boston.
Is Boston one of the places where you have the most Haitians in the U.S. or is it more Fort Lauderdale?
question. I think it might be Florida.
Okay.
Because it's right near Haiti.
And it's
but,
sunny and stuff.
Yeah, I would say it would probably
Boston
be a tie.
gets cold.
Boston is very cold. New York has a lot of Haitians, but I think Florida might have more.
You know
Sure.
something I realized from '99 when I went to record my album with Papa Jube. Big up to Papa Jube. The Haitians in New York, they run the record industry. They everywhere. Like it's like they don't. It's not like they here representing, but every time you speak to people, you realize a lot of them are Haitians. It's something I realize, and like when I walk with Jube and them in New York, they know everybody. Like he used to run SOBs, for example. They have clubs. They have like in every record companies. They're here mingling, doing their thing, and that's great. That's great. So go ahead.
That's good to know.
So what is it? What is it singing in government shows?
They're just like different events that they had to either raise money. Like during the earthquake, I used to sing at a lot of events.
Okay.
Like, so like I know the army did an event and they needed someone to sing the national anthem. Then so things like that. During Haitian Flag, like this time of year, I used to go to City Hall in Boston, and then they do the flag raising, and they would have me sing the anthem, American and Haitian. At one point, just American. Then over time, I learned the Haitian one too.
That's nice. So that's when you were 16.
Yeah, like I would say 15, 16 and up. Like even in through college, I was still doing that.
You've been a pro for a long time.
I don't really consider myself a pro. I'm still learning.
So you've been a pro for a long time, and you only have like 9 singles.
Oh my God, I knew this was where this was going. I knew it.
No, I knew it. I'm asking. I'm asking.
Okay. So
if it was not me pushing you, you would have 3 singles. Where's the EP? Where's the EP?
It's in the process of being written.
Come on. Like you should be in the process of the 3rd EP. What have you been doing?
So I started off doing, kizomba and zouk.
Yeah.
I wasn't really a writer then. That's the thing. Writing is like a completely new thing for me.
Okay.
I was always singing, but singing with feeling and emotion and connecting is a complete different singing. Like when I'm doing covers as a kid, like I didn't understand the depths of singing. I just knew that I sounded good. I'm like, okay, I sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the notes, I'm hitting all the notes. It sounds good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize like there has to be, when you're recording music, it's more than just hitting the notes. Like you have to sound connected to the music. So there was that. And then I had to also learn how to write music. I never wrote music.
Okay.
My first song was like when I was like, 19, 18. So that was like my first song. And it was a response to Alan Cave's Can't Do This to Me. And it was called Better Without You. And then from there, it was kind of like a battle because my dad didn't really want me recording music.
Oh,
he knew about the industry from his, own experience. So like living at home with my parents, it was a little bit of a struggle.
So it was more like, I don't want you to be an artist because I don't want you to struggle the way I struggled.
Yeah, that, and he knew how like the industry was and how men can be, and he kind of was very protective of. Yeah, so he wasn't really trying to have that. My mom was like, no, put her in the studio. She'll be fine. I'll be here. Like, let's go. So because of her is why I actually started recording music, because she wanted me to like record that song. And then it just took me time to navigate and understand like what I wanted. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm at that point now where I'm like still learning, but like I understand more of how to write and my like how to go about writing. Just, yeah. So I understand I should put more music out. I hear you.
So, yeah, you should put out more music, like definitely. Like, look at me. I release a song every Friday.
But you're also like a monster because you do things at the speed of light. Listen,
this morning, yesterday at 3 a.m., I have this big project that I'm doing demos for to be presented to a major label artist. And so I recorded like 7 reference tracks. So just 1 minute tracks. It was fast. Listening to the beat, do a melody, release, pop, mix, pop, pop, pop. Around 3 a.m., I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have a song for next Friday. I don't have a song for the 29th of May. So I took one beat that I did 2 or 3 days ago, and I just record, and I improvise the lyrics. And at 4 a.m. I was mixing. At 4:30 I was done mixing. Then I went to bed, and when I woke up this morning, I just finished the mix, listened to it with fresh ears. Sorry, I did the automation and all that stuff, did the mastering, and upload it to the stores for the 29th of May. And I'll probably do the June track in a few days. So what's your excuse?
See, our writing is different, you know, like...
I can write for you.
Okay.
Well, you know, we got writers here.
Listen, you've said this, but I have yet to meet them, so...
DJ IT can write for you.
Okay. Well, the writing is not an issue at this point. It's funding. My beats aren't free, so... You know,
what you mean your beats are not free?
Some of the beats that I have are not free that are on my EP. So there's that.
Beats I have. I can give you beats.
You haven't sent me anything.
You know how many beat makers are here listening, watching this conversation? Half of the people here are beat makers. Guys,
okay.
Send emails with beats that say, "This is for Jaçie." I'll send it.
JaçieWorld@gmail.com. Boom.
Oh, send it directly. JaçieWorld@gmail.com.
Yes.
What you mean you can't
I'm always
write?
open to hear. Huh?
It's saying they can't write.
My screen is like...
Alexander Shaw is saying, "Tell her, Kaysha." Yeah. Come on. Too many excuses.
You know? I'm just telling you what it is. I've never said that, like, I don't agree with you. I understand, like, I should be moving faster.
The thing is this. It's not just...
Yo, everyone is going, I'm getting text messages talking about, excuse me.
Everybody's waiting on some heats. No excuses. Listen, I understand that back in the days, the norm was working like Shada. One album every 10 years, taking all your time to...
Shada ain't let you. I ain't gonna let him do that to you. Listen. Okay, we're coming together as upcoming artists, and we are going to get it together, and we're gonna putting out music. So
you have to, because you know people forget.
I know
so fast that all this time that you know. I remember me being in the studio with Ali Angel. I come to his house, he's mixing a beat, and he's mixing the snare drum. So I come, we order some food, we hear, we talk, we chill, we have conversation, and he's mixing the snare drum. So I arrive there around 2 p.m. When I leave at 2 a.m., and I already received my beats, whatever I came to do, he's still mixing the snare drum. I come back the next day to work on some more stuff, and he's still mixing the snare drum. And the next day, he's still mixing the snare drum. And I'm like, Ali, listen. I understand that you are a perfectionist. I understand that you are doing a bunch of stuff. But no, listen. I'm putting a reverse reverb for the snare drum. Listen. I was like, listen, you do the best mixes, but everything you've been doing for 3 days is exactly what the MP3 compression will remove when this goes on iTunes. All these things that only you can hear, and your idea, yeah, but I'm mixing in 24 beats and 96 kilohertz. Listen, it will end up being an MP3, and people will listen on their phone through the speakers. Yeah, some people will understand what you're doing, and they will look for the high quality version, but that's 1 person every 10,000 people. So I'm not saying do bad work. I'm saying just release those songs. And I know a lot of artists, they looking for the perfection.
Yeah.
And they're looking for the perfection so much that they don't release. And once they reach where they wanted to go with the song, they are tired of the song themselves. So when you
That's
tell
true.
them, yeah, but release them. Nah, the song is old. What you mean it's old? Ah, I've been listening to it for. Yeah, but listen, the thing is, even if you have been listening to it for a year, for the rest of the world, it's a new song.
That's true.
You know who does that a lot? Elisio made me listen to 40 songs. He has 40 songs.
Me and Elysia have a song together. I should ask him about that song. Like,
Listen,
where's that song at?
That's Elisio. Elisio has songs that he records. The songs are per back. I can hear the song playing. So if I call him like in 3 weeks, I'm gonna hear the song for 3 weeks. And I'm like, so what's going on with the song? No, I'm changing this, I'm changing that, I'm changing, and I'm like, bro, when I heard the song 2 months ago, it was finished. So why don't you release it? No, I need. Same for his music videos, same for his stuff. And what happens is that at a point he's just tired of the songs and he doesn't release them. So he has like 40 songs that he made me listen to of Kizomba. Those songs are fire. And he just decided that he's not releasing anything because now he wants to do reggaeton. And I was like, yeah, but bro, you can release them anyway. That's catalog. Catalog is passive income. And a lot of you guys, that's what you do. You work for stuff for so much time. You want to find that. And I understand it's great to craft. But I would say that sometimes I'm in the crafting. I have some songs that it took me 10 years to release. Songs like, I have a song in my album called BBMM. It took me 10 years to release because I rewrote the song 10 times. In every album that I wanted to put it, I was like, it's too early. People wouldn't understand the beat, whatever. And I kept not releasing that song. But this is something I would do on one song at a time. Not all the songs. I also have songs like Bien Plus Fort Que Mes Mots that I wrote while I was laughing and they become hits. And listen, I wrote the lyrics like, il m'est arrivé de te laisser tomber. Cheesy as fuck. And I write those lyrics like that. And the worst part, you know what, is like when you write for me, you can write like that. But when you write for yourself,
so true.
When you write for yourself, all of a sudden you tend to
more
and you tend to think that it's gonna change something, but it doesn't change nothing. Actually, the people, yes, they listen to the lyrics. Yes, when you put the right word somewhere, or you rhyme, of course they love it. The people who care, but 95% of the people are drunk in the club listening to your song, or it's in the back while they're having sex. So,
nice.
Yeah. So, I'm not saying the lyrics and the quality doesn't matter. It does matter. But the thing is this. You usually have great beats and you have an amazing voice and you have great lyrics anyway. So, if you release the song at 95%, it's still gonna be 1,000% for the rest of the world. Even if for you, because listen, when I listen to my own songs, I have so much, I got so much, I could say so much stuff about my songs when I listen to them. Fuck, I should have done this, or I didn't pronounce that right, or whatever. But the fact that I appreciate the fact that music is just raw, and I just like release it as is, and I let people take it, it helps me work fast actually. Like when I wrote yesterday, I really recorded it as it came out. I didn't like change one sentence. I was just like, I get into the club. How did I enter? Nah, don't be a fool. Not from. I didn't enter by the VIP. I came from the bass streak because that's how the players do. That's it. Yeah, I like this sentence. Go. And I record that. And yeah, I could go back and change and say, this. Let's go. I have to release a song. And I started to respecting my own deadlines because the artistry sometimes can be, the artistry can sometimes prevent you from releasing the song.
That's true. It's funny that you're having this conversation on live because this is the type of conversations we have all the time. Well, we used to have them way before. I've gotten so much better.
It's true.
Yes, I've gotten better. I'm not where I need to be, but I've definitely grown, for sure.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you.
Maxime is saying, can we hear that song, Kaysha? I'm not sure what song you're talking about.
The one that you just told the story about.
The one that I'm releasing, you can hear it in 10 days.
There you go.
In 10 days, it comes out.
Coming soon.
But you can see on my YouTube channel, there's a video where I'm making the beats. It's called Sol Tarasha or something. When I'm testing Logic 10.5, that's one. Alexander is saying, this must have been a hell of a snare drum. Listen, it sounded exactly the way as the rest of his snare drum sound. That's the worst part of it. Is like he would mix the song, the snare, the same snare again compared to everything, and I was like, bro, why don't you just mix it one time, resample it, and use it all the time the same way? Since to me they all sound the same. No, you don't hear the small variations. That I was like, Ali, nobody hears. It's like artist. Ali Angel was definitely a perfectionist. He is. What happened to Ali Angel? He's here. He's go check his Instagram. He just released a cover of a Jocelyne Berroir song. That's nice. Ali's I think he prefers to be less in the front. I love his music. I loved him as a solo artist, but I think he's more comfortable in the back, producing, playing live. I should have a live with Ali Angel. I will make sure her box is full of my beats. I hope we won't get more excuses. I want to hear more of her voice. I don't know why, but that sounded very pornographic.
Yeah, I was like,
We should have a box. I mean, I understand it's the mailbox, but Maximum, you strange today. Eduardo, what up?
Eduardo.
CV Beats is here.
What up,
Listen,
CV?
if you need some old school style Cap Verde looking Cap Verde compa songs, CV Beats is the one. We did I'll send you the link of the video where all the beat makers here were sending their beats, and we did a whole beat listening session. It was great.
That sounds
Jaçie
awesome.
is saying music is about the soul. That's true. Denzel is saying I love it.
Hey, Denzel. Dope singer. I actually did a
Oh.
shoot for him the other day.
Yeah?
He's actually the guy that's in Drink That with me.
Wait a minute. Drink That the video or Drink That the song or both?
Yeah, Drink That the love interest in Drink That.
Oh, he's a singer too.
He's a singer, yeah.
How was it, Denzel?
Denzel,
Shooting
speak
a-
up.
Shooting a porn music video.
Oh my God, it was not far from
Christine
it.
Lucien is saying good evening from the US. Good evening, Christine.
Good evening, Christine.
So yeah, go ahead. So so talk to me about your E EP.
Well, I have a songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Jay Carell. He wrote a part of 2 songs, actually. I have 1 song featuring him and then 1 song that's just me.
Okay.
I love the songs dearly. And then I have a song with you.
Yeah?
That-
You do?
I do.
Okay. Did I hear it?
Yeah, you sent me a melody reference to it.
Okay.
It's like an Afro beat-ish type of
Is it the
vibe.
one that
C-Mart.
C-Mart did? Okay, okay. I remember which one.
Okay.
I remember that. I had the chorus in the head now. I remember that one. I like it. That's the one. I wanted that beat. I gave it to you, but I wanted it for me.
Yes, you did. That means I really have to figure it out.
Figure it out. That's easy.
I gotta make sure I released the song. Well, but that one, I feel like I kind of. So the other ones are done. I'm just like he wrote them, like he wrote the verses, so I have to like re-record it in the way I would sing it.
Okay.
So that's actually been a challenge in itself because I've never had a songwriter write verses for me.
Okay.
Like usually, if I'm writing with someone, we're kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's been a challenge, but it's been interesting.
Actually, it's the first time I do that too, and it was the 2 songs you wrote for me on my album. Because usually I write my songs, so it's strange that when I was listening to the way you sing it, and you sing so much better than me, that it was like but the secret is this, like, not try to sing like the other person, just understand what you did and then make it your way.
Yep.
And those songs are dope.
Thanks. Yeah, they're so beautiful. I can't wait for you to release them so I can finally listen to them again.
In the album.
So my friends are literally having group chats about this live right now, and they're like popping up.
What you mean? Your friends are having group chats?
Penny Fatah is actually one of them. He's a great artist as well from New York.
CV Beats is saying, yeah, she did a great song with Mark G, Better Without You. I love that song.
Yes.
See?
That was a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark is a beast. Mark is so good.
Actually, Mark produced one of my songs that like charted in my Kinzomba as number 7. I remember it because I have the video.
Wow, nice.
It's like numero 7, Jaçie, Love Me Your Way.
Hey,
So
I remember that song. I think I own the publishing of that song.
you probably do.
Because at that time, Mark was signed to my publishing, and I think I had to protect all those songs. That's actually one of the first time I saw your name, and then that's when I started listening to all these songs since I was protecting them and stuff. And I really wanted Mark to be the Sushiro of the US. I really wanted him to do that, and things turned out different. I should have him on the live. Such a talented guy.
Oh God. I'm a warn Mark. Like, by the way.
Actually, I still have like 5 beats that Mark did for me that I still didn't use yet. And they're here, they're ready, they're mixed. All I need to do is sing on them. So I'm keeping them. But I have to call him. He's been doing a lot of live shows with Denis Graças, so he's been going to Cape Verde back and forth. Since everybody's on quarantine, I should actually use that time to call him and get some new beats. So Denzel is saying, I was glad to be a part of the Drink That visual. Amazing song, amazing vibe. Yeah, I'm sure you were. We bet you were.
Oh my God.
DJ T saying, get it done, stop waiting.
Heard you.
Side note, I love something for you. That's a certified hit. Thank you.
Oh my God, yes, that is fact.
It's been
Denzel
playing.
talks about.
It's been playing in radios in Nigeria.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. In the region, I forgot the name. C Mark knows. I've never been there, so I don't really know the area, but yeah, it's a real vibe. True.
It definitely is.
Maximum is saying, I just feel alive, bro. Don't worry. I am worried. I'm worried for my protege here. I want to feel her box.
I don't know if you noticed, but Kaysha's my mentor. He keeps me in check.
Like, shit. I'm watching. He got comfortable. I'm not sure who you're talking about, but he did. Maybe I was talking about so many things at the same time. So, what is the percentage of completion of your album, of your EP?
I don't like giving out dates.
No, I mean, Jaçie saying bring the purple hair back.
I've had so many colors. I'm like, which version
Yeah.
of purple? I've had dark. I've had light.
I like the red.
I've had red.
What?
There's a lot of colors I haven't done yet.
Okay,
but
so I'm not saying when is it coming out. I'm saying what is the percentage of completion?
I would say, so originally I wanted to do an 8-song EP, but I realized because I had set such a high number, it was like even more intimidating. So I was like, okay, if I do
What
a
you
4
mean
song,
intimidating?
because I didn't have that first and foremost, the time frame that I wanted to release it, I didn't have that many songs done, and I wasn't trying to just like rush through it. And I couldn't find enough beats that I actually liked. Like people were sending me R&B beats, and I'm like, the melody it wasn't clicking. Then I would hear other beats, and I'm like, it's not clicking. It's not to say that the beats are nice. I always let the people know that send me beats like, your beats are nice, but it just doesn't connect to me. So it's just that I just wasn't connecting to anything, and I have to feel it's very hard for me to write to a beat that I don't like. So luckily, I liked the 2 beats that you sent me to write to. I liked one more than the other, but I liked both of them.
Wait, I'll tell you which one you liked the best.
Okay.
You liked the best. Let me check my album folder.
Okay.
I got 36 songs done. 4 to go, and I'm releasing.
I'm excited.
You don't feel like. I think the one you preferred is. Touch the Moon.
Yes.
I know it.
I love that beat. I love that beat.
I think I did that beat.
That beat is very pregnant.
Yeah.
I
Like
thought that.
the worst part is like, you know, I'm not just an exec. I'm also an artist. I don't struggle a lot with that because I'm not selfish. But sometimes you hear a song and you're like, oh my God, like sometimes I do a beat. Of course, I think like when I did Deeper, Rebound Chick for Nelson Freitas, I was like, that would be a cool beat for me. But then I don't mind sending them anyway. I'm saying, let him have it. I have what I need, or I don't have an album right now or something. But I know that when I heard that song with your voice, I was like, wow, she should sing it. But then I was like, nah, give it.
I remember you saying that, and I was like, honestly, I hear you, but I did not write it with the intention of me even having it at all. Like I thought of you.
Yeah, I understand.
Your life.
But you know how like I did a song, I did that beat, and I really wanted somebody to write for me in Portuguese, in a way that I don't have enough vocabulary to do it myself. So I went to see Quatro Pedro's house, and I said, bro, please. I need you to write that song for me. And he was like, oh, yeah, no problem. So now he's writing the song, and he puts himself on Instagram singing the song, but just doing the demo, saying, yo, I'm writing this song like for somebody, it's still a secret. So he's like, oh, can I post when I'm recording? Yeah, go ahead, post, no problem. I don't have a problem with that. So now he's here singing the song and stuff. And you have like hundreds of comments under hitting where everybody's like, oh my God, when are you releasing this? This is amazing. This is gonna be your best song. Oh my God. And I'm like, oh shit. So I come to his house like after 2-3 days. And so I'm like, you done recording the song? So he makes me listen to the demo. And his girlfriend opens the door, and like she usually never comes when we're working, like, but she comes in and she says that's a very nice song. I think that's my favorite song of you. Boo, bye. And then I look at him. I was like, okay, you want the song? He was like, oh yeah. And that's how I released the song Sail. So to me, I mean, it's not a problem because You know,
Wait, is Seo the We Can Fall in Love Again? I wanna do it
no,
all again.
no,
Oh,
that
that's
one,
my favorite
that one I
song.
did for him after. That one I
Oh,
did for him after, maybe 2 months later. But Sale was actually for my album. So Sale was like a. It was like this flute going on, and then go Shada to a bucket, etc., etc. And yeah, I mean, and you know, when I heard his demo, I was like, this is such a perfect song for him. And even in a as a businessman, I was, well, listen, if I let him have the song, I will actually make way more money from copyright if it becomes one of his singles. And he actually made it a single, he made a video, and this was banging in the clubs. Like in 2017, that was his hit. So yeah, I was getting my 50% share of the copyright, and this was released by Sony. He's been playing it in shows and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I can sacrifice a beat. And then I was like, okay, you can have it, but write on this right now. So that's how I had Malembe, which is
oh, my favorite, one of my faves by you.
you see, so I gave him a banger. In exchange, I had another banger, and of course, when I do when I give songs to big artists, I have a 1 year close. When after 1 year, I can put them in my compilation, so I can also make money from the catalog. So yeah, so good.
It all works out in the end.
Maximum is listening to the track next to me on YouTube. Great vibe.
Oh, thank you.
Sail with a C. AJ saying, Jaçie, I can see you have a real passion for music. Love how you just start singing.
Thank you. I do.
She does.
do.
She's been singing since she was 3, guys. Damn it.
Crazy.
That's crazy. So, other than your EP that is taking, well, it's been a year.
It's been a year since what?
You started working on this EP.
No.
Jennifer is saying, I was so happy to participate this evening, so I wish you a great night. Keep it up. Keep it up like that, Jaçie and BK, because you're doing a great work. Bless from Bena. Love you. Thanks, Jennifer. Stay safe in Bena. Yeah, you've been working on the EP for a long time, sis.
That is not the no. At one point, I was not even working on my EP because I was on music with CMAR, with you. There was another artist. So like, at one point, I was what's his name? I'm blanking on his name now. I can't remember. But multiple Nigerian artists that I was working with. So I'm gonna figure out his MX. Does it have a song with MX? Yeah. So at one point I was writing so much. I'm thinking I have all these songs piled up for my EP, and then I stopped and realized none of them were for my EP. So I've been taking the time, years, and focus.
So what happened to all these songs that you did with CMAR?
So I have to ask him. One of them, the artist hit me up the other day. Yeah. That's gonna be released like I think in a few months, like 2 months.
Okay.
The one with CMAR, I think is gonna be on his EP. I actually have a song I'm writing right now for CMAR too. It's gonna be on his EP, so that should be released soon too. The one with MX, I have to ask MX to be quite honest. I have no idea what the.
Yeah, me too. You know, I recorded a lot of songs with these guys, and I don't know where they are. I recorded like 5 or 6, and none of them came out. And
none of them came out.
Everything I recorded in exchange, because I do a lot of exchanges instead of asking for money or whatever. Sometimes it's so easier to do exchange because it's catalog, and so I exchanged like 5 songs for 5 songs. I recorded 5 songs for a bunch of these guys in Nigeria, and they recorded with me in exchange. All my songs are released already, long time, and theirs I'm like, why are people taking so much time to release a song? Like it's done, release.
Yeah, that one I don't understand because my vocals are engineered and ready to go. So I'm like, I don't know what else you guys, because they send me the songs and all I have to do is fill in my
exactly.
part.
So what? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I read. So that's it is the interesting part. Maybe it's because we see it from our point of view of in our point of view. Sophie is saying, "Hi, Jaçie, great work.
Ah,
See
my
you
sister!
Wednesday."
Oh my god! Hey sis! Shout
Oh,
out from Texas. That's my sister.
oh, shout out, Sophie. The thing
Yeah.
is, like, we tend to see sometimes the market the way we have it here, and limited internet, electricity, whatever, whatever. When a lot of these guys in Africa, they might not have the bandwidth to be able to go do the operations like we do them, because the thing is different. I was reading a very interesting article about how the people in South Africa, for example, are doing everything in WhatsApp, and they're not even releasing the tracks a lot of times. Once they're done releasing a track, they make it blow through by WhatsApp messages. They send the MP3 to all their DJ friends, who send to a lot of friends, and then it goes in groups, and that's how songs blow up out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
It's not
crazy.
even
Like,
on streaming platforms.
yeah. I mean, a lot of them end up being on streaming platforms, but way before they arrive there, like for example, Com, which is a style that I love, or Amapiano. A lot of these tracks, they are done by producers who are in the ghettos of Soweto or Alexandra, or these places in South, or Pretoria in South Africa, and a lot of them, they have a laptop, Fruity Loops, but they really don't have like all the infrastructure. They don't have accounts to put the music out there until they get signed by those record companies out there, that then these guys put them on all the platforms. But most of them, they become famous just because they have songs that are going from WhatsApp to WhatsApp. And then when a DJ plays something and somebody doesn't know the song, and they were like, oh, I want to know what is this song. Usually what they do is they just go to the DJ and they say, hey, what is this song? Yeah, send it to me on WhatsApp. And that's how music is spreading out there. And it was super interesting to me. And it's true that all the artists I know from South Africa, usually they send me their tracks by WhatsApp all the time. And I always tell them, yeah, send me the Spotify link, or I'll go check it out on Spotify so you can make some money. And they don't really care about that, because it's still like out there, it's still the gig economy. Everybody's still, to eat, they do shows, or they do DJ gigs. So,
It's kind of like the 2020 version of handing out a cassette.
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Listen, I remember when I was handing my cassettes to people. That's actually how I worked with my only manager for 20 years. I just had my cassette and was like, listen to this. Telephone and bounce, baby. We signed a contract a week later.
Wow. Look at you, superstar. Look at you.
Hey. I completely agree with you, DJ IT. Jaçie should do a Guyad. She would destroy it.
That would be actually kind of cool.
Listen, that would be cool.
Okay, you just came up with that too. So someone needs to make the beat, and you can help me write that. Because you look like you already have an idea.
I think I know who I can talk to have the beat.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I've been wanting to do a good Guyad for a long time now. Like,
oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. Like, let me brace myself.
Now, like sometimes when I want to do something, I want to do it myself. But there's so many beat makers out there that sometimes you just find somebody and ask for a beat or two and do a deal. Like, I'll sing on whatever song you want, give me a beat. And there's a lot of guys like, yeah, we can talk to a lot of people. Like, I know all of them, or I know people that know them. So,
That's true.
like, just find out who makes the best beats, who makes the best Guyad, and ask like a few beats and just rock them. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Because you never did a compa?
I think the closest thing I have to compa is Better Without You. because there's like a compa-ish moment
Yeah,
feel.
Mark always had that
Yeah.
compa-ish kizomba, yeah.
Yeah.
He's always been a fan of the compa vibe. But like, yeah, good. Yeah. Like, it's true that you know, sometimes you are in your world and you're working with a lot of people from your area, and you forget to open up to other people. And I mean, I'm very open to a lot of people, but it's true that I would love to make more collaboration with Haitian artists. The worst part is like they're all down for it. We all talk about it all the time, but you know, then things don't happen. I got like all the Martelli sons like telling me that whenever you want, let's do a track. We've been talking about this for years. There's so many people that I talk to. Okay, Kaysha, I know who makes the best soulful Guyad beats. Yeah. There you go. Send me a WhatsApp. Talk to them. Tell them I need 4 beats. It's coming.
What he said. Oh, this way. What he said.
Oh.
You. I'm like, what do I point? There you go. What he said.
Oops. I said good things. I'm gonna make it happen. Need some beats. Yeah. Actually, like, I also wanna. I've been talking for years with DJ 5 Étoiles. They did the compa remix of the Saint-Clan remix of Bien Plus Fort Que Mes Mots. That has been a huge hit, and it's one of my biggest streaming songs actually. And same thing, those are people that we should make a track together. But you know, the thing is, like, everybody's in all corners of the world, and everybody's just doing their thing. So you have to sometimes take the time to make it happen.
Agreed. DJ 5 Étoiles is dope. He's mad cool.
DJ Jaçie, you cannot take 10 years to write it.
I promise. You know what though? Certain beats are very, like, I already know. Like the one that we did, You Can Follow Me Anywhere.
Yeah.
That, I pumped that out in like a day. I was like, when you sent it to me, I was like, I already know what I'm going to say. This is easy. Send it to me. But some beats, I'm like,
but
it's
did I already, you know, sometimes I know that when I work with C-Mart, what makes it super easy for me to do it is that the song is already done. And sometimes, you know, you already like that. There's a whole vibe there already. They have the lyrics. They know what they're talking about. So you just add a verse. It's so easy when a song is already done. Whereas like when you have just a beat. Me, I don't have these problems. Me, like, I think it's hard to have me not inspired by a beat. If I'm not inspired by a beat, it means that I just don't like the beat, so I'm not even doing it. But most of the time, if I like a beat, I can just. The only thing that prevents me sometimes to record is just being lazy. Other than that,
that's why you think that when we don't write, we're lazy, because when you don't write, that's what it means.
No. You know, sometimes I don't write because I don't want to. It's not laziness. It's just I want somebody else to write for me. Sometimes, you know, like these days I've been having people write for me. I mean, not only you actually. Sometimes just because to have something different to say, you know. I wouldn't have come with Touch the Moon. See what I mean? Like the lyrics, the vibe in it, that's not my vibe. It's not the things I really usually write. And it's great to have somebody else write for you sometimes, like, because it's gonna take the song somewhere else, and then you can change a thing here and there to fit your narrative. But it's great to also listen to ideas of others. And I think the fact that I'm making a lot of writing camps for other artists, and so you're forced to collaborate with other people, and there's no ego problem because usually it's 3 people in the studio and the song is already decided that it's going to be shared 33% each. So It's not a question of I have to write or my idea has to go, because it's not going to change anything. You're going to get the same amount of copyright. So we can now focus on doing the best song for the artist, and we are not working for ourselves. We're working for some other artists. So we work for with that camp. Some tracks went to Anita, Madonna, Juan Magan, Pitbull. Those I'm doing right now, I cannot say the names, but those are big artists. So it's it's a great exercise, because you realize that some people have great ideas, and the great thing with this is this, like, when we are in the position where we are all independent artists, which means that we all own our songs, right? We own our masters. So it matters less if we also own the writing share or the composition share, because you own something anyway. So I can have a song where I'm just interpret, somebody else wrote it, somebody else composed, and I own the song. I'm still gonna make my money from owning the song, and they're gonna make their money from the copyright. And I have enough songs that I own everything. I own the publishing, I own the writing, I own the composing, I own the song, the master. So yeah, you can say, yeah, write it for me or compose. I remember back in the days when we didn't have the budget. I remember in 2003, I released my album. I produced all the beats, almost 95% of the beats. I'd released the album of Sumia the same year. I did 95% of the beats. I released Elisio's album the same year. I did 95% of the beat. And then ABG, I did probably 60% of the beats. 4 albums in 1 year, where I was just producing everything. And it's not because I didn't want to work with other producers. It's just we didn't have the money to pay the beat makers. So, and then we became huge because of all these albums blew up. Now not only we have the money, but then everybody want to work with us. So now I don't even need to pay the beats, because I can do exchanges with people. And I'm like, yeah, you need beats from me for your artist? Yeah, well, do a beat for me. And that's how, then you can network and do some great business. So yeah, it's just a different thing. And I think in the day and age we are, sometimes we hear like wanting to own the song like so bad, like and then you realize that the Justin Bieber, the Rihannas, they just come, they hear a demo, they're like, yeah, I like that, and the fun part is now I'm doing those demos for those people. And when you do those demos, you realize that they come, they like your song, and they say, oh, I want 25% of the writing, even if I didn't do nothing, but because I'm gonna make the song blow up from my name, you're still gonna make a lot of money from that. So yeah, we give them whatever percent of what we should own, because we know that it's gonna bring us way more than if it came out on our small markets. So it's a win for everybody. Mm-hmm. And then you start seeing this whole thing differently. Like, writing camps is amazing. Like, we should do writing camps. It's even with the quarantine, I really believe that it's actually an amazing moment to do Zoom conversations, and just everybody has a beat and we just write songs together. We actually write super fast together. Like, I think I never wrote so fast. I remember when we did the Blaya album. So 3 years ago, we did that album in 3 days. Not joking, in 3 days. And every morning it would be 5 studios at the same time with 1 beat makers and 2 writers. And at the end of the day, we had like 10, 12 songs. And then the next day, another 10, 12 songs. And then the next day, another 10 songs. And then they just picked the best songs and the album was out. And like, when I remember how fast we did that album, of course, then she has to record everything, etc. So it took another like 2, 3, 4, 5 months. And then now she's on tour. I mean, not now, nobody's on tour right now, but then she's been on tour, and like, my copyright money from that album is amazing. And it made me think of, there's a lot of things that we could have done back in the days. Like back when I was working with Section Zouk and all the Zouk artists, we could have done way more work together. But you know, that's how people are. They're selfish. Maximum Records, your new boyfriend is saying, I'm listening to Jaçie Bed Medicine. I just love the voice. He's like,
he's the internet.
So he's not even, he doesn't like, he probably put the live somewhere, but he's busy listening to like your whole catalog. Go ahead. I hope you're listening on Spotify. Better get that money.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was when I first started learning how to really sing with emotion. Shout out to Michael. He was like really helping me, kind of like, that was like the first time I learned how to really do that.
Yeah.
And continued learning. And then when I moved to New York, I got a vocal coach. And then I kind of understood it a lot more after that.
I always wanted to get a vocal coach.
Yeah, you should. I mean, they're great. Like, I feel like my vocal coach, Kayla, she helps me when it comes to performing. I feel like singers, we get winded easily. So working out and singing at the same time is very good to help like strengthen that. Okay. And she also teaches me how to sing so that my throat doesn't start to feel tired.
I'd love to do that. Listen, the thing is this. For a long time, I was scared that learning the technique of singing, because I don't know what I do. I just do it. I just know it sounds good. But I have no idea what I'm doing actually. But sometimes you talk to somebody who knows techniques and he just tells you, oh, you know these things that you go from A to R to do, you could just do it from A to C. And you're like, oh, okay, oh shit. And but you're scared that too much technique would make you lose your the rawness of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're scared that knowing too much stuff will change the reason why people love you actually. So
that's funny that you said that, because I had a friend who actually used to play for me guitar. He went to Berkeley. He heard voler, and he told me voler should have went voler, voler, voler. Like it should have went up instead of down. Like voler, voler, voler. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds better than voler, voler, voler. It doesn't. I don't in the hook. Like it didn't make sense. I'm like, sometimes I feel like when you learn so much, you can become too technical.
Exactly. And
it takes away from, like you said, the runners. That's why when you said exactly what you mean, because I feel like a lot of Berkeley kids that I would like be cool with, some of them aren't like that, but some of them are. Like they're so technical that it's like, oh, this is how it's supposed to go, but it's like, but that's not what the feeling is. Like I don't feel that.
Yeah. I really had that. I always had that. I always was scared to take piano lessons, to take vocal lessons and whatever, because I mean, inside of the auto-tune it works, you know, and maybe if I learn to do it like by myself in a certain way, I might lose that feeling, and all of a sudden I might have some automatisms that just ruin the experience. I mean, it would be something great too, because I guess now you know how to do it in the right way or whatever. Because sometimes I hear stuff in my head. I hear like chord progressions, but because I don't know the names, I don't know
the names either.
Yeah, but then I cannot do them. I end up doing something else. And sometimes I wish I could maybe have the basis to know when I want to do like some gospel stuff or whatever, so I could deliver what's in my head. But at the same time, that's how I did all these hits. So yeah, but I might, you know.
You shouldn't be completely. I understand what you mean though.
Yeah, just find the good. Maybe find the middle ground. Yeah, but creativity is a gift, but it takes discipline to execute. I completely agree. Jennifer saying, thanks for explaining this. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Jen.
You abbreviating her name? What do you
listen? Like, we've known each other for a long time. Like this is like, you know, internet friendship. Like we never met, but I think we start following each other on I think it was on Flickr or Twitter. and like then it just goes from like there's a lot of people that I met on. I have a team of people, a crew of like I have a group of people that I met back on Flickr. So that's back before Instagram and all that, and then we just became I think photography was the passion that united us. And then from the photos, then Twitter started existing, and we all went on Twitter, and then we went from Twitter to Instagram, and then they are on all my socials. They are there, and every time we there's a new platform, we all meet there. We all follow each other there, and it's like I think it was Flickr, exactly, Jen. So that was probably
Cute.
Flickr. That's before the iPhone. So that's like, or maybe that's first year of the iPhone. No, that was before everything was mobile. So that's like, 2006, 2007 or something like that. And so like, it's like we see each other grow from far away and being near at the same time. Yeah, around 2006, something like that. And you see everybody, the evolution of all of us, because we all follow our lives without ever seeing each other. And like, there's something I never did that I should have done, maybe, was do that. Those, when people that know each other on the internet all meet together somewhere. But I mean, there's a lot of people that did we know each other from the internet?
I mean, technically through Mark.
But from the internet.
At first, because we didn't actually end up like, because you're overseas, like you're far. So.
Like I remember our first long phone conversation was years after talking online. I think even after doing a song together, that's when we start.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when we start. Like one day we were just like, okay, let me call her. I remember it was on one of my walks, and boom.
That sounds right.
C'est à peine que je découvre cette émission, and I love it. I miss those times with Sumi, Aili, Joanna BG. Hey, welcome, Edgar.
Hello.
Man, I love all the music that they write from Zouk. And Kaysha, you are still the best beat maker in this style. You're like a Timbaland or a Dr. Dre in the Zouk Kizomba sound. Thank you. Thank you so much. CV Beats is saying, I got kicked out of piano class for playing Cap Virgin music. Fuck, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
How they gonna do you like that?
Yo, that's not cool. Squeezy saying, yeah. Okay.
What up, Squeeze?
Squeezy's here. Yes, you're married with a kid now. 2 kids. Listen, Jennifer, when we start talking, I had 0 kids. And I was a ladies' man, and I was taking a lot of photos and putting everything on Flickr, and I was like traveling around the world performing, and every time I would do a show, I would put all the photos on Flickr. And then I remember exactly when an app called Bourbon started doing on mobile what Flickr should have become. And then because in 2007, that's when Twitter started. And then this app called Bourbon was Twitter for photos. And then I remember I started using that app. I start liking it, and we start all on because everybody was starting to have iPhones. So we all start going to Bourbon to put our photos, because it was easier to use than Flickr that still didn't have an app for the iPhone. It was so simple to just take a photo with your phone and upload it to Bourbon. And then in 2008, I think, Bourbon changed their names to Instagram. I was there.
So you had an Instagram before I had an Instagram?
Listen, I had an Instagram before you had an Instagram. That's for sure.
That's wild.
I didn't have an iPhone, so I stuck with Flickr. Yeah, because I remember also when Instagram went from iPhone only to Android, I went from 3,000 followers to 10,000 the same day. And I also remember when Instagram became something, is when Justin Bieber got on Instagram, like everybody arrived at the same time when he arrived. And then the Kardashians were there, and then it was over. It was over. Kaysha has been on all the platforms. That is true.
Literally.
Trust me. I have an X on every platform. Squeezy said, I loved something for you. Thank you. Thank you. It was hard to make her sing for me. She's such a superstar.
First of all, I sent you that pretty fast. I remember I didn't even have a mic stand. Shout out to my little mic in the background. I didn't even have a mic stand. I held the
Let me show you the mic you record with.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, babe. Come here. They want to see you. This is my baby.
What model is this? It sounds like is it a Rode Audio Technica?
It's the Rode NT. NT.
Is this the USB one? No, that's the XLR one.
Sure. Like you would ask me some technical questions.
So the USB is the one that has just a USB in the back, and the XLR that has that cable with the free.
So it's that one.
That's the XLR. So you have to put it through
interface.
An interface.
Yeah.
Because I bought for Vanda May, I bought her a USB one where she just plugs it to her computer.
Oh, that's actually...
when she moved to London, that was easier for her to record like that.
Oh, yeah, it's my baby. This was back then. I was moving so much, I lost all the pieces, and okay. I had to just hold the mic. So my vocals were literally recorded by just me holding the mic. I don't even know how like crap, because this mic is so sensitive. If you touch it, you could hear it. Like anything near it, you touch anything on this thing, you'll hear it. So like, yeah, that was interesting. I don't know how I figured that out, but I did.
Listen, I recorded a whole album. I think my 5th album, one of my most famous album, I recorded everything in a hotel with one laptop and a USB mic. That was just, and I had a mini stand. It was like on the desk of every hotel where I was going, and I was just recording songs at night before the show. So since we perform in clubs around 3 a.m., so around I don't know, between midnight and 2 a.m., I would record songs and just leave the vocals there, and then dump everything on the big computer. And nobody ever told me, oh, that sound different. Everybody was just like, oh my God, the studio must have been so expensive. Like, if only you knew. And I'm talking about I'm talking about 2005. So, one day, I went to work with somebody, and that was in 2003, I think. And so back then I was recording everything in the studio, and I was invited to work on an album from an artist called Django Soul, rest in peace. And when I come to his house, everybody's there, we're chilling, so I'm waiting for them to make me listen to the beat so I can put the rap and then move on with my life. But everybody's here eating mafé, and like everybody's here eating, and okay. Then he's like, okay, this is the song about this and that, and we would like you to put a rap here. I'm like, okay. So they make me listen to the song. We in the living room. There's a microphone stand, and everybody's here. And so he's like, you ready? And I'm like, what you mean you ready? It's like, yeah, but what you mean? It's like, yeah, you ready? You ready to record? Yeah, but we're not going to the studio. It's like, no. They just put the microphone standing in the middle of the room, and the engineer just put the laptop on a chair that was plugged to the sound card, plugged to the microphone, and they were like, yeah, whenever you're ready. I was like, well, I'm ready. But then there was a bunch of people in the room, and then it was just like, silence everybody. So then everybody stopped talking. I recorded my parts, and that was it. And the song was released like a few months later, and that this changed my life, because I was like, wait a minute, I actually don't need a studio. So
You really don't.
just after I recorded, I just checked the brand of everything they had, what computer they were using, what microphone they were using, the microphone stand, everything. I asked them, took some notes. The next shows I was doing, after every show I was buying one of those things. And that's actually when I bought that microphone that I still use.
What kind of mic is that?
Neumann TLM 103. This is it's very expensive, but the sound it has, I've been recording all my albums since 2004 on that microphone. When you talk on it, you have that voice. Hey.
Wait a minute. You don't remember this mic? Remember when I recorded Next to Me? I recorded it backwards. I didn't realize that little dot meant that this was the front.
Oh
so
my
I recorded.
God.
You don't remember that? Because I was like, "What's wrong with my mic?" And I remember telling you about it. You're like, nothing. Like, I don't know why you're having these issues. Like, everything sounded so far away.
Yeah. Because you were recording
why.
in the back of it. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Oh, the good old days. Oh, how we have grown.
But that's the great thing. It's like when you do by yourself, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
And then as much as you learn, you get better. And then you don't need people. I love working with people because I don't need them. Because when I used to only be able to work with people that I needed, then they start talking to you a certain way, and they start showing you that I can't right now, I'm busy doing whatever, and then you get frustrated. So that's how I prefer learning everything and making mistakes. Squeeze is asking, where did the inspiration for that song come? Something for you.
All right, well, you start because you doing well. I think I heard some of your verse before I made my verse.
Yeah, I made the whole song. It was like,
Yeah.
I did the chorus and everything. Listen, the inspiration usually it just comes. It's not a song about a particular thing. It's just a nice love song, you know. So it's one of those songs that I just improvise everything. I stopped writing a few years ago. I just turn on my microphone and just record whatever comes out. So usually when it's a positive song about love, about something, I usually I'm usually inspired by my wife. And when it's not a good song, it's about my latest ex.
All right. I mean, my
joking.
inspiration didn't really come from anything in particular. I kind of imagined it. Like, it sounded like a club vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
it's a club vibe.
Yeah, so I imagined me at a club and just like how a scandalous night would be. Like, meet somebody and you're thinking about like how you want them to stay, and you don't want them to, well, sometimes people don't want them to stay, but in this situation we wanted them to stay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm saying, you seem lonely, maybe I'll take you home with me, I know you don't want me to leave, so the feeling is mutual.
No.
And then, you know, it gets a little frisky because I'm like, change the tempo to your heartbeat. You know, change up the tempo. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that when I wrote that song, I think before writing the song, when I heard the beat the first time, that shout out to C Mart who made the beat with Wavy Beats. When I heard the beat and I exchanged that beat for singing on a beat for them, I did a reference track. And I think the lyrics, when I was doing the reference, I just hummed a bit of the lyrics in there.
I think I heard that one.
Yeah, and when I recorded, I was just like, perfect. Some girls have some kind of superiority. I probably said that in the reference track, and then I and I just continued those lyrics because it sounded exactly what I wanted to say.
I like that line a lot.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I was like, this is different. Okay,
Yeah.
Kaysha, yes words. I see you.
Hey. So Naja is saying you better keep that mic, Kaysha. Listen, this mic has a particularity. I removed some of it, but you can see that here,
Big mic.
all these things
Setup.
have been offered to me. Like, there's a lot of chains and stuff. Then I removed some of them because it was too much and it was making a lot of noise while I was recording. But on my microphones, I always have stuff that have been offered to me in shows by my fans. So
That's
usually it's something that they used to wear, and like they're like, oh my god, I need to give you something, and they give me stuff like that. So I keep them with me on my microphone because I mean, you know, my art is part of them. So that's where I got all these. If you hear this noise sometimes on some of my songs in the vocals, it's the fans expressing themselves.
Oh,
Yep.
that's cute.
Uh-huh.
I used to have my VIP like badges, like the necklaces I would get for.
Yeah, from events.
Yeah, I used to have them all hanging, but then because of the amount of moving I did, it was just like too much. I had to take them off. I have them in a bag somewhere, but
I used to keep that too, but after a point you have too much. You
have too many,
like,
yeah.
When you start doing your big spring cleaning, that's when you start like, come on. After a few years, you start throwing them, you know, like, that's sweet. Yeah, it's important to have some. I'm in a way, I have those fetishes, but I'm not into fetishes, but I like these. I don't know. This has always been interesting. It's something that's been always important for me. Like when people offer me something, I don't wear them because I tend to, you know, I've been wearing the same stuff for the last 20 years. I have the same chain for ever, so I don't really wear new stuff. But I feel like when people offer you something, you have to honor that gift. So, you know, if your music made people feel happy, it's always great to, you know, keep those things here. So I have one mic stand with the minimal, but the old mic stand had like years, decades of stuff. But I'm like, it was like so much stuff. Like I would just touch the mic a bit, you would hear. I was like, oh my god, like no, it's not possible anymore. What up, Kiki Media? Welcome. A great collaboration, indeed. She killed it on her verse.
Oh, thank you.
And the video.
Yeah.
And the video.
Oh my god, y'all couldn't even handle me. You didn't even know what you signed up for when you had me in the video.
I was like, who's that?
They're like, who that? What?
Who was that? Like, so the fun part about the video is that I was not supposed to do the video. It was like I did the song, and then I was on a boat we went on a boat ride with my homies, and then everybody was making playing their next tune. So I was Dino Santiago, Nelson Freitas, and then I was like, oh, me, I have this coming. So I plugged my phone to the Bluetooth, and I play something for you, and everybody on the boat was like, yo, that's the music video, you have to do the music video. I was like, yeah. And I don't remember what happened, but I had some. Oh yeah, I organized a Kizomba festival, so I was performing in the festivals, but they didn't have money to pay me, and I was not interested in the cachet that they were proposing me, but I was interested in investing in their festival. So I invested some money in their festival, and I said, okay, I want to make 25% of the revenue from the whole festival. So I'm investing 25% of whatever it cost. So we did that. I went to London, I did the festival, and then the same night I came back from that boat, I received my share of the revenue from that festival. And I was like, oh. And then Nelson Freitas sent me a message and said, bro, you have to shoot that video. That's a hit. This song is a banger. And then I was like, yeah, but she's in New York. So I was like, yo, Jaçie, when are you free? and then I just book a ticket to come to New York, to Lisbon, New York, Lisbon for like what, 2 days? You stayed 2 days, right? Yeah, you stayed like, you arrived Saturday morning, you left Monday, or Sunday, whatever, and then I rent an Airbnb to shoot the video, and the Airbnb looked amazing in photos, but when we arrived there inside, it was not as nice as in the photos, and it was small. It was okay.
It just didn't make sense for what we were trying to do.
Yeah, no, I mean the place was nice. The place was not ugly, but I mean, in terms of especially the garden up there, that was amazing. But
yeah, they'll see that in the vlog. I got a little bit of the background.
Yeah, me too. I have the vlog coming, and if you need some images, I can send you some of my footage. And but the way the Airbnb was the apartment was constructed, it was really not what we were looking for video. So we actually spent the whole day looking for other places. And around 6 p.m. we were like, yo, we have to finish shooting. We have to start shooting this video. The director went in the city with the dancers to shoot the external shots. And so at a point, I saw one Airbnb, and I just was like, okay, I'm booking this one. And when we arrive in the Airbnb, you know, like sometimes you don't know if the people will accept that you're shooting a video in their place. And then the owner came with some pretty boy, some ex-football player, and it was like, "Are you Kaysha, right?" And I'm like, "Oh yes. Oh, I love you so much. Da, 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 da. I own the whole building." I was like, "Oh, nice. Yeah. And da, 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 da. Oh, you're gonna shoot a video? That's amazing." I was like, "Oh, cool. Shoot me out." I was like, we will. And yeah, the guy was super cool, and the place was perfect for shooting. And then all of a sudden, like, Jaçie transformed into a devil.
What?
Then she was
my
God. I was like, yo. And we shot until what? 7 a.m. 7 a.m. That was crazy. And then the next day you had to take your plane.
Yeah, I think I was really there for I was there for 3 days, but because the shooting was, because I got there and we did my hair.
Yeah, that was Friday night.
And then the next day, I guess it was
shooting,
Saturday.
And Sunday you were leaving.
And then Sunday I was leaving. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty
crazy.
You were just calm the whole time. I'm looking at y'all like, hello, like y'all don't see the time just going by. Everyone's just chilling, calm. But I didn't know what half the conversation was because everyone's talking Portuguese. All I hear is fa la 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 fa la 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 fa la 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 fa la la la. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like music. Because I think Portuguese is a very musical language.
It is.
So when everyone's talking, it's like fa la la la. I'm like, okay. And then they would say something to me, and then I'd be like, huh? Ha, comprendes? No.
It's funny how the Portuguese, when they don't know how to speak to you in your language, they always think Spanish will work.
Oh my God, yeah. Then it kind of like helped to be able to speak Spanish, but I don't remember enough Spanish to really like be able to say much. But I mean, I started picking up on the Portuguese. If I was there for like a week, I think I could have some things out.
It was a great experience.
It was dope.
I loved it, and the video came out like this. Like that's the great part of it. Like, you know, when you know the small amount of stuff that we use was just like a GH5 and 2 neons and 1 spotlight. That's it. And then the place, and then of course the models and stuff. But when you look at the final video, you're like, whoa. And you understand that those guys, they're like very nonchalant. Like the Portuguese,
everybody was.
It's just like everybody's just like chilling, sleeping. The girls, like the wife of the director and the model and the stylist, they're just there on the bed talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the video. Everybody's chilling, and you're like, so, and then when you start shooting, you shoot for like, I don't know, 4 hours, And then when you receive the video, you're like, yo, that's dope. Es un dos mayores, Kaysha. Un abrazo. Always following you, my bro. Thanks, Diogo.
What's up, Diogo?
Keep following. Thanks a lot. Mamadou is saying, nice to hear from you. Thank you, Mamadou.
What's up,
DJ
Mamadou?
is saying, fa la 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 la. Crazy.
Literally, that's what it just sounds like music. Music with pretty
Oi,
words.
Celsa is saying, linda. Meaning
Obrigada.
oh, so you understand? Okay.
Yeah, there's certain words I know.
I'm sorry. I'm
I told
sorry.
you, if I was there long enough, I would have picked up a lot.
I guess they knew what they were doing. Indeed. Me, the first time I heard Lindo, I was like, Lindo? No, my name is Kay.
You would say that.
So tell me, how was your quarantine?
It's been cool. I mean, I'm a homebody, so it's just hard, like, when it comes to, like, wanting a break from seeing the same thing, and you almost start to not know what day it is and when things happen. I'm
Crazy.
like, did I have a conversation with you yesterday? Was that the day before? Like, everything seems like it's connected. Like, I'll be up on the phone or working on something, and then I'll look out the window, and all of a sudden it's light, and it's like light, like bright, and I'm like, so I just didn't sleep? Like, this is what's happening now? I'm just not sleeping anymore?
I lost the idea of time and space.
Time. Yes.
Yeah. Even now that things are starting to go back to the new normal, I'm still there in the limbo of the cosmos. I don't know. It's Monday already. Like, sometimes I have interviews or live shows that I have to do with televisions, and I realize that, wait a minute, oh, it's today already? Like, and strangely for me, time went by so fast. I don't know about you, but to
No,
me,
it definitely did.
time went just like I did so much stuff, and yeah. So what did you do?
During quarantine?
Yeah.
Few things. Worked on a few songs. Some for C-Mart, some for myself. Worked on recording. Before I go to the studio, shout out to Surefire Studios and my engineer Brady, because he's amazing. Before I go to record anything in the studio, I record it at home and I like rehearse it so that when I go to the studio, I'm like ready to go. And
Why
that's
don't you
what
record at home and just send the vocals to your engineer?
I mean, I do that, but sometimes there's something about recording in a studio that, because I think, yeah, it's the vibe, and he mixes it right on the spot. So when I'm leaving with a mixed song, so it's not like I'm wasting that much time. Yeah, it's just a vibe thing. So, but obviously now, because I'm in New York, I do record more stuff at home, and I just send him the vocals. But
where is he? He's in Boston.
he's in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to him. So yeah, I've just been working on that, and then obviously my lives, prepping like what's gonna happen on lives, questions, soundboard, getting all the sounds, switching things up, coming up with different concepts. So just the live stuff. The last live I did was probably the most preparation we've ever done for any of the lives. I had to make I made 14 different flyers.
Damn.
Because I had 8 contestants or performers.
So you had a flyer for each and stuff, yeah.
Each person had a flyer.
So how many live did you do this last 60 days?
I can't even remember. I've done a good amount. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I was doing live ever since I feel like right when we went into quarantine, I started doing lives, because I've already did lives before, it just wasn't consistent. So I was like, oh, well, now everyone's home, why not? And then,
so you were doing live singing or more live talking and having conversation, doing those games, uplifting other people?
I think I mixed it. I feel like I kept seeing the same type of lives. Like, everyone was so serious. I didn't want to be serious. I just wanted to have fun. And people give people a break from the reality that we're dealing with. So started it off with people talking, and then my friend Star got on the live one day, and then like we just meshed so well together on live. I'm like, we should like continue doing this. So
Okay, so you have like your show.
yeah, so now we have the Sour Patch Swing show.
That's an interesting topic that I've been thinking about. Since everybody discovered new vocations, I don't know if you say vocation, like.
Yeah, vacation.
A lot of people discovered vocations while we were in quarantine. A lot of people discovered that they are good writers. A lot of people discovered that they are great live interviewers. Some people discovered that they can do a show on YouTube, like me. And so the question that is, okay, once life returns or goes to the new normal where people are, I guess, less available, right? And it's not like every day there's nothing to do, so everybody's flocked to Instagram and those places. What does all of these content creation becomes? Like, because some people, like, I've seen, like, I know a friend, she's a model and actress, and she started doing girls only conversations, and those conversations are actually amazing. And I was asking her, so do you plan on continuing this? Because there's a lot of people that are discovering some great stuff about themselves and about the content that they can produce. Which brings me to two questions. First question is, how do you continue, or do you continue? And does it become like for example, I want Club Shada to become, I went from every day to being exhausted to now doing like every 2-3 days, and to starting to ask myself, okay, how will I implement this in my planning and in my daily routine or weekly routine. And I want to have days where I'm going to be like, depending on the viewers, maybe Wednesdays and Sundays, for example, at X time, and I really want to continue this because I love doing it. It's very interesting for me and for the rest of the people. So, and then the second question that I answered for me is, how do you monetize that? So do you plan to take that show that you did with, let me find her name. What was her name?
The Angie Star Show.
The Angie.
That's her Instagram name that I usually tag, but her name is Star.
Okay, so are you and Star planning to turn this into a weekly show when life goes back to the new normal, or once the quarantine is over, you are done with it and you will just do it from time to time? Did you think about that, or you just taking it?
We have.
Yeah.
We definitely said we would still try it and do it and see what happens. I know we were talking about doing other things together. When the live format, I don't want to say too much because I feel like she doesn't want to say too much.
Okay.
But in regards to like doing the Instagram live, still we will still do it, but it depends on how much traction we get if we'll still do it in that format. But we still will find other ways to do it because we both like our dynamic. Like, she's the sour one and I'm the sweet one, and sometimes we switch and I'm the sour one, the sweet one. So it just brings for diversity, and she's funny and I have my moments too, I guess. So I think we should we both said we're gonna find a way to like continue it.
So the second question is, do you plan on, and how you monetize that?
We take shots.
You?
We've made money off our live.
So here it's a place where we love to talk business, because a lot of people, they love doing the art, but they don't think about their business. Malcolm is saying that during quarantine, he discovered that he's a good crazy. Bro, you've been crazy from before. Trust me. He's crazy. He's been crazy.
We're all a little crazy.
Love, lots of heart from Miss Sam's World for you.
Oh, hey Sam. Miss Sam's World.
I love the show. Sour Patch Twins.
Yes.
Sour Patch Twins.
Sour Patch Twins.
So how do you monetize that show? Because this, I've been ranting here for a long time, because I see a lot of people singing, doing a lot of stuff for free, and not teaching their fans that there's a value for what they are giving them, and that these values should be monetized. And there's a lot of people who are willing to exchange money for the value that you're giving to them, as long as you explain to them or you teach them. And a lot of people are just preferring Instagram because of the numbers, where they could go to places like YouTube where you can monetize, you can have super chats, you can have a lot of these things, or do like me where I put some QR codes and stuff like this, and the sound quality is better, etc., etc. Even if, and that's the thing, the people might be on Instagram a lot, but as long as you tell them I'll be there at that time, you realize that the same people also have YouTube accounts. So how do you monetize your show?
Like I said, so at one point it kind of just started off at random. It was during the live and they were telling us take shots, take shots, take shots. I'm like, I'm not taking shots unless y'all pay me. So then all of a sudden, now I'm taking shots through the Cash App. And yeah.
Cash App is great.
That's kind of how that started. So, and then
I wish we had Cash App in Europe. That would simplify it. No, we don't. We have Revolut, we have PayPal, but Cash App is not.
Actually asked me about PayPal one time.
Yeah.
I was like, too much.
Yeah. Okay. Cash App is not there yet. And the great thing about Cash App is you have an ad, just like you have somewhere else. So you just put your name and people can just send money. So simple. I wish Revolut would do that, or Cash App would come to Europe. That would be like, I would replace all my stuff with that straight away. Because it's like in the US, this became, it just from one day to another, it just became something that is so normal. Everybody has it. And that's great, because when you do those lives and stuff, that you, like I've seen on the quarantine club quarantine from Tory Lanez, all these strippers and twerkers, they all have Cash App, and people send money. So how much you make per show?
I would say.
How much they pay for you to drink?
$10 a shot, but that's as of like the last few lives, people were just donating because they appreciated like what we were doing.
Exactly. Listen, even me on this show, people are donating because they appreciate. Exactly.
Yeah, they do that, and I'm grateful for them because I can't take that many shots. My body can't handle it. I was like, listen, guys, I'm a little
Have you been drunk on live?
Definitely, unfortunately, have. But
Did you save all the episodes?
So that one. So this was before Instagram. So my Instagram wasn't saving my lives. Like it was posting them on my story for 24 hours, and it was going.
There's a way to save them. That's how I do now. Now they have the option to put directly to IGTV.
Yeah.
But me, I save them. I'll send you a Chrome extension that you can go and download from your story.
Oh, that would be great.
Then I put them on YouTube.
Yeah,
I showed that to Bodhisattva. That's how he puts his stuff on YouTube now.
That's actually
every show you put them on YouTube. You just put something on the side, some whatever, and then at least you can monetize them on YouTube if there's no music from other people.
I would definitely do. Yeah, we usually try not to because Instagram will kick you off live if you play like any copyrighted music after like a minute or something.
Yeah.
So
Cash App isn't safe to replace all your stuff with. Nah, I mean, I wouldn't replace my bank account with it. I'm just saying that, for example, when you're asking for donations, I have PayPal, but I think Cash App is great because it's simple. You can just
Yeah, it
receive
is.
the money and then use it for other stuff. Like, but I never put all my eggs in the same basket. That's a rule of life.
That's true.
They don't help you recover your funds if someone hacks into your accounts and buy things. Well,
That's about
You
money.
know, yeah. Where do we donate, Kaysha? So you have a link in the description, or you can point your camera to the donation that is here.
Over there. Oh no,
You point it there,
over there.
then you can, or directly to my PayPal, kaysha@kaysha.com.
There we go. There we go. Shout out to Sam.
Shout out.
Black
How
soccer.
can I send a donation for today? I'm in the USA. Say, I just said it. Or
Look
either,
at that.
yeah, thank you. If the content is something that brings value to your moment, yeah, please go ahead if you can. There's a link in the description for donations, or you just point your phone to your camera to this QR code. It will take you to the right place, or you just click the link and it works. What were you saying? I got emotional. What was
Talking about making money on lives and monetizing.
But that's the
it.
thing, there's a lot of people who have been crying that at the same time, they're all the gigs are stopped, all the gigs stops, but at the same time they're all singing for free. So, and then you have some artists that they took their public to venues where they can monetize, and Instagram didn't give you the means to do it. See what I mean?
Right.
And I think it's important that Instagram gives you, or whatever place that you decide to bring your community, because in the end, this is our communities. You are taking somebody. We've been live for 2 hours and a half, and the people who've been here for the 2 hours and a half, we have been taking them in a platform, and they are here in this platform, and it's on the benefit of the platform. But it's our community that's here, because they're not here for YouTube or for Instagram. They're here for us. And when you follow these people, you come for them. So the platform should give the artist all the tools so that their communities can help or donate, because there's a value to the entertainment that you are giving. And like I've seen a girl on Twitch, so it was super interesting. She asked her, well, she has tons of people watching. She has like 100 times the people that are watching me, but we're just getting started. We'll get there. And so she's a cute girl. So I think she's only boys and lesbians are watching her. But then she tells her followers, send your photo, like the same way I tell my followers, send your beats and we will listen all of them together and critique the beats. She has a show where she tell her followers, so send your photos and I will review your photos, the photos of my followers. So all these boys are sending me their photos, and she's like, yeah, you're the type I could marry, whatever, And then of course she has a donation link, but she also has a thing where she says, if you wanna, so there's a queue, of course, of the photos she receives. So she do them one by one. But if you pay $10, your photo gets in the top of the queue. And that's a great way actually to monetize your content, because people are not forced to, but then they can. It's just like what you did with the shots. That's super interesting. People can donate from the heart if they want, but they can donate to make you drunk.
Yeah.
then this
basically.
but this is what brings the fun to your viewership, and at the same time, that's how you can monetize. And some people will, some people will happily donate, and that's great in my opinion. Because in the end, like, we could just be watching Netflix too, and you prefer giving value to the people instead of doing that. So I think it's important. So what's the name of your show, and and when can we see you?
So the show is called the Sour Patch Twins Show.
Okay.
And it's on my live usually at 9 p.m. on Thursdays Eastern Standard Time. So that's New York time. So for you, if you're in Portugal, you're 5 hours ahead. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 a.m. would be for you. Yeah.
I mean, nobody sleeps anyway anymore. But
That's true.
yeah.
I used to do them a lot earlier, but I realized that we ended up being on live for like 5, 6, 7 hours. So like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do them a little later because you guys have me up till late, and I need to sleep. On my TikToks.
So that's your skits?
Yeah. It's my obsession. I love Peeps. They're so good, especially the cotton candy ones. Oh, so good.
Do you put extracts of the live in there?
Yeah, so the last live is on my IGTV. Yeah, there it is.
The winner is that one?
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
They're all there. The winner is the last one.
That's the people singing.
Yeah. This is me getting hot. I was so hot that day. I was so much adrenaline. That Star. Oh, shout out to Star. People think we look alike. I don't see it, but like people swear that we look alike. People swear.
Okay.
I think she's doing my drum roll. And the winner of the first ever, don't sing it.
Presented to you by the Sour Patch Twins.
Twins is. I clicked on it. Troy.
She's a dancer, right?
Congratulations.
She's a comedian.
Oh, nice.
So she actually is the funny one. Like she does a lot of different skits. She has a bunch of different characters, like Edwin, who actually made an appearance. I don't even know how she changed into Edwin so fast. Like we had a maybe like a two-minute break when the live ended, and she switched into a whole different outfit, a whole different character.
What?
Who the character is a man. So what she looked like, she had to like modify in a matter of a few seconds. So I have a skit there too, an acting skit. There's Drink That.
Yeah.
Me singing at Fenway Park in Boston. Shout out to all my Beantown folks.
Wait, so you're singing the national anthem?
The American
is an upcoming singer-songwriter and YouTuber from Boston, Massachusetts. Please welcome Jaçie.
Oh, say, can you see?
I didn't realize how delayed things were until I went to the sound check. The mic, when you're singing at a stadium, is very delayed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Go on Jaçie Instagram to watch all that. That's crazy. That's dope. I mean, you've been doing your thing. That's great. Oops.
I try.
That's good. That's good.
I try,
What up, Diane?
Hey, Diane.
All of Kaysha music is tagged. All my mixes on YouTube was flagged because of Sushi Rock copyright. But I don't block people. I just monetize. That's a good thing. Well, that's amazing. It's 4 a.m. here. I'm about to see if my wife is still sleeping, or we can watch an episode of the thing that I promised that we would watch. But I guess I'm gonna find her sleeping, or maybe not. She lost. Normally she sleeps like super early. At 10 she's gone. But since the kid doesn't go to school at 7 a.m., you know.
You're more awake because you get more sleep.
Wow, I became a sponsor. Thank you so much.
Yay,
Jen.
shout out to Jennifer.
Shout out. And yeah, you know, yeah, we end up actually staying, yeah, you know, staying at home, staying super late, you know, and sleeping super late. It just became normal. Sometimes, like, it's the end of the day. I'm like, what, already? Jaçie, I'll be following and listening to your music. Please
you,
do so. You will love it. You will love it.
I have a question for you, Kaysha. I have a question for you. So, during your battle,
yeah.
what do you feel?
By the way,
like,
sorry, excuse me. We have a new battle coming next Friday. It's gonna be Johnny Ramos versus Don Kikas, two legends of Angolan and Cape Verdean music. So don't miss it. It's gonna be on their Instagram. CV Beats said, I just followed Jaçie. Hey.
Oh, thank you, CV Beats. Brr, 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 brr.
So on my battle.
So first of all, that was probably, I'm not even saying this because you're like my big bro, but like that was my favorite battle.
Hey, new subscriber, Tali.
My favorite battle, only because.
Big up Mastermind.
Mastermind, hey. Only because, first and foremost, like when I listen to like all the other battles, the issue with me in American music is that I know the songs, I usually don't know the artists, especially if it's like from back in the day. So like with the Teddy Riley and Babyface one, I didn't even realize. Well, some of them it wasn't their songs. They produced for them.
Yeah,
but like
with
you and Nelson, like I remember things with you guys. Like when the music came out, I remember.
There's the memories that come with it.
Yes, there's so many connected memories to those songs versus like a lot of the older songs from other artists. Like I'll know them, but I just don't know them. But like, oh my God, it was just like amazing. Like,
thank you.
Being able to like see it. And I remember even with the older songs, because obviously Kizomba was kind of like new to me, but like I was able to do research to both of you guys, because you guys, the two of you guys, were like the biggest idols for me, because you guys did music in English and a lot of the artists didn't, so I couldn't even connect with because I had a language barrier. I listened to the songs like Botimel. I know all the lyrics to Botimel and I cannot speak Portuguese, okay?
Okay.
So like there was the song, I used to know a lot of those lyrics. Yeah, and then obviously I remember tweeting you. I was like, I listened to I just want to be with you. No, it's Excuse Me Girl. That
Excuse
song.
Me Girl with Vandame.
Yes, I remember seeing on my iTunes how it said that I listened to it like 200 something times, and I remember tweeting you that, and you were like, wow, that's a lot of
that's a lot of listens, yeah.
Yes, but like I used to listen to you guys so much, so like just seeing that battle to me was like amazing, because like I was able to see like the catalog of you guys, like in a
the body of work.
Yes, and like being able to see the community between you guys and like the love and like it was really dope.
The comment section was amazing that day.
Yes, it was definitely lit.
DJ Lee says, after Deeper the world changed.
Definitely. I remember going to parties and I'm like, I'm not staying if they don't play Deeper. I remember being in college and be like, if they
definitely, you know, I was very I've always been humble, and I mean, people say that I've always been humble, and I never like really bragged about stuff, because I don't think this is my place. But I think I can say that now, after 20 years, that Zouk and Kizomba changed when I arrived in the game. In terms of the beat I put in there, the work ethic I put in there, they're not scared to change stuff, to sing in English, to all this. It's we're arriving in a bit. I'll start working on the documentary.
I appreciate the fact that y'all sing in English because I'm Slow Ralph and all these other artists were great. But after a while, I'm like, how do I find my connection to this genre? Being an American artist, like at one point, I didn't listen to nothing but Kizomba because I did not want the influence of American music to change completely what I would sound like, to a point where people kept saying I should sing R&B. They're like, you should just do R&B. You should just do R&B. You should just do R&B because you sound like an R&B singer. So then all I would do, I was like, you know what? Clearly, I need to influence my sounds. Let me just listen to Kizomba music. And it was you and Nelson. But my question to you was, out of that battle, what 3 songs do you feel like best represent like your growth and your connection to your music? Like, what do you feel like was like the top 3 songs you could be like, you know what? These 3 songs mean the most to me for whatever reason that is.
Wow. The songs I played?
Yeah, the songs that you played.
Let me go to the playlist. For those who don't know, I'm gonna put the playlist of the battle here in the comment. For those who...
That was actually the first day I heard the Se Cuatro Pedro song. The
Love Again.
When I heard that, I was like, I need to find this song. This song sounds amazing. Where is this song?
Listen,
I've never heard this song before.
I just did a song with them again. That's a group. That's a group from. It's actually one of the most famous group in Kenya.
Ooh.
And after that song, they told me, "Yo, listen, we love your music and we really want to work with you on our album." And I said, "Okay, listen, let's do an exchange. You sing for me on one song of my album, and I'll do a beat for you." I did a beat for them. Actually, at the end of the conversation, I did a beat for them. I sent to them 30 minutes after the conversation. And they record on it, and I cannot, because of contractual reasons and because I don't want to spoil the surprise, but they signed to Universal, and my song is going to be my instrumental. It's a Kizomba instrumental where they sing in Swahili. It's going to be the single probably. And the artist that they invited on the song is a major soul, very respected artist. And like, I didn't listen to what she did, but I can't wait to hear it and to say that, okay, I did a Kizomba beat and this huge artist sang on a Kizomba beat by me. And listen, that's major moves right here. So it was supposed to be released, but because of what's happening in the world right now, they probably postponed. But like, they told me that when she sang, they went, and they are amazing singers, but they told me that when she heard the beat, she just said, "Oh my God, I love this. I don't know what style it is, but I want to sing on this one." And apparently that when they received her vocals, they went back and decided to redo all their vocals because she's a huge artist. So I can't wait.
Me either.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's bien plus fort que mes mots. Every time I hear that song, I fast forward to the keyboard solo part. Mark G destroyed that beat. Kaysha, you changed the sound of Kizomba. Thank you. The live after the battle was off the hook. Indeed. So I think, so your question is, are you asking? Not yet, but I'm working on this. Talib is saying, now I'm 16 and I grew up to your music thanks to my dad, which is a huge fan. Love your music. And Jaçie, I didn't know who you are. I listened to your music. Thank you, Talib. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I don't. Are you talking about songs that changed something for me, or
Yeah.
do I think songs that changed the music world?
I like both. I wanted you to, I guess, songs that changed something for you, but I actually want to know too, like, oh God, I don't know which one to pick. So I guess you can name two that did something to you and two that changed the music world.
So you mean songs that I think my songs are songs I did for other people.
Kaysha, you're making this complicated. I said. Oh my God. Okay. Because in the battle you did play songs you produced for people. So yeah, I mean, based off the songs you played in the battle, whether it's your song or songs you produced for other people.
I think that the two songs I did for Nelson Freitas really created something in the culture, Deeper and Rebound Chick. So I put them in one pack. But those two songs not only catapulted his career, but also created something in the music for the beat makers, for the DJs. It cemented the sound in something. So that there's this. I think there's One Love is a song that also changed it for me, because it was the first time that I was ever singing to a full song. I've been making melodies for artists for a long time, and every time they were telling me, "Oh, you should sing," I was like, "Nah, I'm a rapper." And One Love was the first time I was like, fuck it, let me plug that auto-tune stuff, let's go. And I would say that I would pick Diamonds, because even if it's a cover, it came out in 2008 at a time where, you know, when you blow up so up, you go so far up, a lot of people they're waiting for the hits. And when you like me, between 98 and 2005, I've released so many hits that at a point, it's like people have so much food on their plate that everything you put after that doesn't stick, because they're still busy listening to your old songs. And it's a very frustrating position, and at the same time, it's a very fortunate, because you are still making money from old songs and performing those old songs. But at the same, so as a business, it's great. But as an artist, you want to release new stuff. You want people to love the new stuff, but then people already put you in a box with your old tunes. And then it seems at a point that it's hard to do a pop, zoukish, kizomba, beautiful love song, and that has the One Love feel. But people will say, nevertheless, when are you doing a song like One Love? Well, I just did 5 and you guys didn't care. No, but you know, we want the One Love sound. That's the One Love sound. That's exactly the same kit. That's the same guitarist. Everything is the same. The way the construction is the same, but you don't care. And you can get frustrated by that. But actually, with time, you realize it's great. And what I loved about Diamond is that that's when I start setting in my head, my goal for myself was, I want to beat my own songs. Since there's nobody out there that I see as competition, because one, I don't care, and two, I'm in my own lane. Now my problem is, why do new songs when nobody cares? Why do new songs when people are still talking to you about Kaysha on dit quoi, bien plus fort que mes mots, Raquel, something going on. People are like, yeah, the hits. When you're an artist, you want people to know your body of work. You want people to know, you know, when you do 20 songs in an album, you want people to know the 20 songs, not the 4 bangers, right? And so when I start having this conversation with myself, I'm gonna beat myself. I'm gonna beat my songs. I'm gonna go from like a place where my top 10 was One Love, Question My Heart, Motema, Fiona, those songs. I was like, I'm gonna put some new songs. And that's when I did Diamonds. And when I did Diamonds, everybody was like, oh, you know, maybe you don't have it anymore. Maybe. But me, I was understanding what was going on. It was like, okay, people are... I've already put a song in so many songs in their heart. There's no more space for other stuff. But then when I did Diamonds, the same day it was released on YouTube was the same day it became a hit. The same day I started receiving videos from... I remember, I don't know if it was Mastermind actually, or somebody that sent me a video from the song playing in Tantric in the US, and at the same time I had DJ Israel Sermon send me a video from the song playing in Brazil, and then somebody sent me the song playing in Portugal, and then I had like thousands of tweets, and I was like, and then it became fun for me. What became fun for me was working against my own songs, and I realized that when you hit a hit, you make the best Kizomba song. It's useless trying to beat the best Kizomba song. It's better to try to do something else and actually enjoy the fact that you have those timeless hits, and you can actually work and try something else. Because if you look at my top 10 on Spotify now, the number 1 song is a bossa nova. It's Havana. And the number 2 is On Dit Quoi, that has been released in 2003. But then number 3 is Malembe Malembe with Siquat Pedro. And number 4 is Diamonds. And number 5 is She's Dangerous. Then you have Bien Plus Fort Que Mes Mots. But then number 7 is Don't You, that I released 3 weeks ago with Lisa Lopez. Then you have my version of Sexual Healing. Then you have Speed of Light. And the number 10 is Last Night. Then I actually recorded and wrote with the people here on YouTube Live. And it's been released 10 days ago. And it's in my top 10. And as you can see, there's no One Love. There's no Something Going On. There's no Raquel, all these songs. And it's not that these songs started going down in views. It's that because they've been playing the same forever, but it's that those new songs are playing more. And it's super funny that every time people tell me, you need to come back, when are you coming back? And at the same time, I've been releasing those songs, and those songs are living their life, and a lot of these songs are actually making great numbers and generating income. And at the same time, some people think that after 2005, I just abdicated my career, when I never. I just went online, fully online. So it's very interesting. But that's the 3 songs that I would choose, because I think in the Kizomba world, they represent the disruption. I think I've been very disruptive in the Kizomba, the compa a bit with Bien Plus Fort Que Mes Mots, the Zouk, and the Afro beats, coupé décalé scene. I've always been a disruptor.
It's funny that you say that people only see you for certain songs, because around me, like when I was really getting into Kizomba, I'm trying to find the album, but there was
African Bohemian.
I think it was the one with your back.
Oh, that's it's
Cover art.
That must be It's All Love.
It's like it's not that old though.
Oh, that must be the.
I don't.
That must be the compilation, A Decade of Love or something. Or it was a best of
I don't remember. I know there was like 2 albums you released around that time. I think 1 or 2, and that's all people were talking about around me. Like your newer songs, was Excuse Me Girl one of them? No, that was older. This was like Vanna Mae was on this one with the, yeah, that was one of the albums. The Excuse Me Girl,
that's like 2014.
So yeah, there was that one, African Prince, I remember.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that like people around me, Hotel Room.
That song, yeah.
That song, just like
love that song.
That I think it's that album, the Raw Like Sushi.
Yeah, Raw Like Sushi. That's my 8th album.
Yes, I remember people talking about.
But what I mean is that I've been going from generation to generation, so it really depends what generation I talk to. Some people, they're really being stuck to their childhood memories with my songs, and then I had the generation after with some new songs, and now I'm hitting the Spotify generation with some new songs. And it used to be a frustration, but actually not anymore. I actually feel that I'm super blessed, and I'm in a great place actually. The fact that you have songs that pay your rent and you did them 15 years ago, that's amazing, because as an artist it liberates you from the economics of music, and you can now make new music for music. And the best part is that music that you do for music without caring, they also pay the rent. So it's a great place. It's a great place.
Just talk to a variety of people, so the conversation is different. Don't talk to the people who listen to the old stuff. Talk to people like me who listen to the new stuff.
Yeah,
and then talk to people who listen to the new.
But you understand. I think as an artist, you just have to understand who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Once you understand who you're talking to, when they say, "Oh, but a long time," you just send them a link. And the fun part is most time you send them a link, they say, "Oh yeah, I heard that." It's like, so why are you saying that I stopped making music? Like. Exactly. Oh no, it's because I don't see your videos there. And well, go to my YouTube channel. This is my new video with Jaçie. Yeah, I saw it. So what the fuck is wrong with you? Let's start in the 90s with Section Zouk. Listen, when I arrived in Section Zouk, I remember I changed the way they did albums. First of all, they used to spend like $50K to do an album. I did the album of Sumia for $5K. And they were like, "How you do that?" So I was like, "Well, I do everything myself." And they would need to sell like 10,000 copies of an album to start making money, just to pay everything they invested. I made sure that we would break even at 2,000 copies, and we sold 35,000 copies on like that first album with no video, nothing, and with a girl from Morocco and a guy from Congo doing a little bit of compa, a little bit of zouk, a little bit of kizomba. And after that, everybody copied that. Princess Lover album, Fanny G, all these albums, they're based on what we did with the Sumia album and my album It's All Love, where I was like, listen, let's be eclectic. The fans are not people who just listen to one genre. Everybody listens to a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. So let's give them albums that are not monotonous. Like let's give them a little bit of zouk, a little bit of compa, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of everything. Let's go in French on one song, in English on the other one, and let's do a prism so that everybody can recognize themselves in the music, and let's not be tribal. And when it worked, everybody start working that way. The way we did the photos, because I remember the album covers were horrible back then. We arrived with beautiful cover art. We took care of every detail. I was doing all the cover art from everything Sushi Raw. And once I was done, people started asking me to do cover art for them. People don't know, I did a lot of cover art for Section Zouk albums. Like they were paying me to do cover art for the other artists that were not on my albums, on my label, sorry. I was doing beats for other people, And then everybody wanted to copy our formula. And until today, people are using the Sushi Roll formula to do albums. The way the credits are done. Sometimes I open albums, I look at the way the credits are written. I'm like, that's the way I do them. I know that this comes from me. And well, you know, sometimes you are that person. Kaysha was on a mission. I need to clear up something. Was that Rebound Chick originally for Nelson? Yes. Deeper was originally for Nichols. Actually, the name of the beat, Deeper, is Nick 01. I did Nick 01 and Nick 02. And the two, I sent the two to Nichols, and he told me that he hate the beat, that it's a bad beat, that it's not original. I was like, bro, that's a banger. And he was like, nah. So I sent to Nelson, and Nelson just told me, oh, I'm going to the studio. And the next night, the same night, he sent me all his lyrics, and he just told me I need a rap here. So then the same afternoon, the next day afternoon, I just recorded my part, and then I mixed the whole song, and then I sent it back to him, and he released it. And when I sent him Rebound Chick, I finished doing the beats, and I was like, huh, I'd keep that beat for me, but I don't have an album coming before a year, so let me send it to my boy. And when I heard the beat, I was like, no, that's for Nelson. And I remember I just sent him an email saying bomb, and he replied to me by email after 5 minutes on my way to the studio. And I was like, but you didn't even listen to the beat. He's like, you said bomb. So he went to the studio, and when he heard the beat, he just spit the thing. I think he told me it was a one shot. He just got my swagger right, boom. And then we made history. Crazy. This is why I was addicted to Prince. His newer music was underrated. Yeah. I want to see an artist evolve. Exactly. I don't know if you saw my post. That was the conversation I was having with people 3 days ago. And I posted a part of it on my Instagram, where I said you have to let art live. You have to let the artist become. Because an artist is not something that is frozen. Like, you change every day, and you learn new stuff. There's stuff that you used to do that you don't like anymore. And you have to give that freedom to the artist, and be willing to, and as an artist, be willing to also understand that people might not like the new you. But as long as you are liberated, you are an artist because you're trying to express something. You are not an artist because you're trying to sell something. Of course, it's also a business, so you're trying to sell something. But first, you have to be free of becoming. And that's why I don't like those conversations about how the dance should be, how the art, how the culture should be. The culture is alive. So whatever you like, when we talk about Prince, you can love the Prince of Purple Rain, or you can like the Prince of Before, but you can also like the Prince and the new power generation, and then you can also like the Prince of After. What his last two albums were super underrated, but they are amazing. But here's somebody who never gave a fuck. He was like, yo, this is me. You take it or you live it. And it's fine for me. And that's the type of artist that I want to be. I mean, that I am. I just arrive, I'm just like, yep. And sometimes it works, and it's great. And sometimes it doesn't, and it's great too, because the fun part, I remember releasing an album called Forever Young, double album. And at that time, it didn't work. And then with the streaming, this album is now my number one album in terms of sales. Because
I remember Chris Bounce did his double album. I was like, Kaysha already did that.
What?
I was like, Chris Brown, you're so late. Kaysha already did this.
Yeah, double albums. I already have 2. Fiona is when I sent you that email and said you should sing more. Yep. Yeah. Fiona. That was when that album was the end of me rapping. I was like, I think I'm done here. We care, man. Keep making the music. I will. Don't worry. Don't worry. That everlasting song, Wedding Banger. Thank you. Everlasting, I was jogging and I was listening to some beats, and then I did that beat probably the night before, and then I heard it, and when I was hearing it, I got emotional. I remember I was on the bridge, not far from my house, and I got emotional because I knew that at some point I would marry that girl. I knew, and at the same time that I was walking with my phone, listening to the music and writing the lyrics, and I was like, yeah, make it everlasting. Call your mama, call your daddy. Let's reunite our families. All this I was writing, and I was emotional because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get married. I know, she's the one. I knew it, and I wrote everlasting. I released the song. We just had a baby when I released the song. When I was recording, I think Asha was born in 2017, the same year as that album. And 1 year after, when Asha was 1.5 something, that's when I made my demand. And Everlasting was, so I did an instrumental version. It was the song of my daughter's birth. And of the vlog, that's the song I put behind. That was my emotional song. That's like the song of our story. And then after I popped the question and she said yes, I knew that this would be the song that she would enter to. And like, this is amazing, knowing that you are able to emotionally connect to your music so much that you can create the song that your bride will walk to with her dad to give her hand, and you can write that song like 2 years before. That's amazing. And then every time now I watch this video and my eyes are teary every time I watch that video because of all of that, because I remember where I was, how I was, what I felt when I made the beat, when I wrote the song, when the baby was born, and when we got married. Like, that song really has that. And to me, this is music. And the hits are great. The hits are great because the hits also have their story. But then you have the songs that mean something to you, like to you. Because the hits, they mean something to a big chunk of the population. Like a song like One Love, yeah, it's a hit and it means something to me, but it means more to the people because when I wrote it and when I sang it, I had no idea it was a hit. And Everlasting is not a hit in terms of numbers but to me, yeah, that's my hit. I mean, it's the song of my life. That's what I mean. And that's interesting how you just put the songs out there and then you see what will happen. Actually, on another note, I put Drink That in my Making Love Spotify playlist. So.
Oh, spicy. You need to send that to me so I can post it.
What? My Make Love playlist?
Yeah, you need to send me the link so I can post it.
All I you know, it's a playlist that has I don't know, 200 songs, and everything goes like on random. So every time I'm making love, I hope that song will not come and I lose my concentration because oh shit, that's Jaçie singing.
That's interesting. That would be very interesting.
I agree. I'm about to change this game again, bro. Working every night and day for that. That's what you have to do.
Amen to that.
Work and release. Release is more important than working. Like, as you work, you have to release. Roll like sushi. Zouk albums were $18 in the US. I killed my check to DJ at the club with hits. Indeed. Listen, we thank you for that because the artists would not be nothing without the DJs. So, you know.
Absolutely.
Thank you, DJ Mastermind. Thank you, DJ T. I know you guys were. There was 2 versions of Rebound. Was it? Oh yeah, probably.
Maybe some remix.
I think there was 2 versions. That's true. The video was crazy. I want to know if Jaçie lives from music full time, and if not yet, what's her vision for her career to come?
No, I do not live off my music full time. The dream is to be able to do it full time, but to also be able to do other things that music brings me to. Like, obviously, I'm into acting, I'm into entertainment. So, like, doing things that I'm an artist in, but being on different platforms would be great. Because I'm more than just a singer, and that's why my lives are not heavily music based. Because I want people to connect to me too. Like,
Yeah, I
want
see the
people-
comedian in that.
Yeah. So I don't want it to just be solely music, because I feel like my music connects to life, and how else can I show you a better version of my music than to just live life the way I do and connect with people in so many different ways. That inspires my music. So in the end, I want my music to be able to pay for my lifestyle and to also open doors for other avenues, for other ventures I want to do, because it's not just music for me. It's more than that. I want to create generational wealth for the people coming behind me, the kids, the children. One of my dreams has been to open like a community center in Boston that is creative based. So for music, so these are like dreams that I have, that when music pans out the way I envision it to, that I'll be able to do that.
When you release it.
Huge, okay. Performing on massive stages like I've done before with Compa Fest and like different stadiums. Like, I want to be able to do that way more. Big crowds make me like it's like an adrenaline rush thing. So there's just so many different things in music. But yeah, I just want, and some of them have been achieved. So it's just making sure that it's consistent. That's the goal.
Master Electronic, hello from Sweden. Nice.
Hi, Master Electronic. What's up?
Nice. Trinidad is the purest song of all times. I think I told before the story of Trinidad. Trinidad is the mother of my first son. So, of course, it's always those deep songs, because those songs mean to me more than, like I said, they mean to me more than the hits. I push that song to all my clients and they love it. Wow. Nice. You have a good talent for video platforms, TV, music, vlogging.
Yeah,
we both
definitely.
do. Yeah, it's true that
You got me into vlogging.
I did.
Yeah, because Mark G would be like, "Yo, Kaysha, man, he's a businessman. He does all these things and da-da-da-da." And I'm just like, you know what? I need to be like Kaysha. Okay, so what do I need to do to be like Kaysha? He vlogs. I need to vlog. I'm gonna take notes. And then you became my mentor and you started teaching me more, and it was great. I was like, phenomenal. Now I can just ask him.
Exactly.
What should I do now?
Yeah.
So you gave me my template for recording. I
did
use
that.
it. Yeah. And look how it worked out. I ended up writing songs for you on that same template.
So do you clean up your template?
Do I clean up my template?
Yeah.
I just leave it the way it is. I clean up what I record.
The audio, you know that every audio you record on Logic stays there, and you have to clean up from time to time.
Oh yeah, you're telling me that. I gotta go over that lesson again because I didn't write it down.
I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you like live. I'll show it to you. It's because at a point one day you will open that file and it will be like 20 gigs of
I'm sure.
of recorded stuff that you didn't remove, and there's a menu that you go to file and you go to session, and then you have cleanup. It removes everything that is recorded and that you didn't that you're not using, because every time if you use the same template, so if you save the song, it goes to a new song. But some people realize that every time they do a new song using the template, every song has the content of every song's before. See what I mean? So you have to make sure that sometimes it's cleaned up.
Well, can we do this before like June 1st? Because I start school on June 1st, so I'm gonna need a clear computer for that.
Okay, I'll show you. That's
Okay.
11 days.
Okay, you have 11 days to figure this out.
She's
Wow,
going
it's
to
only
school to become a programmer.
yeah. So that's another venture that I've started. So, you know, they all gonna connect though. Trust me when I say they all connect. Because everyone's like, wait, you're going to become a software engineer? Like, what? And I'm just like, I know it sounds crazy, but they connect. Trust. There's so many things you can do when you understand technology. I think you're a good example of that.
Indeed, I do agree. I'm thinking about suing Kaysha about the song Question My Heart, because I cried like a baby for my ex 7 years ago.
Wow, that's spicy.
That's deep.
Woo!
That's love. Question My Heart. Yeah. I wrote that for a girl that turned out to be a psycho, by the way.
Oh, I think I know this. Well, you actually, I don't know which cycle this is, so I can't say I know the story.
Which psycho? Like, I have a ton of them. I do.
You got a few. I'm just saying. You got a few.
Well, listen, psychos, there's a good thing about psychos is they are great inspiration.
I was going to say.
Because they take you to ups and down. So ups and
Yep.
down inspire artists like crazy,
That's right.
like none, because like the way like I should actually thank all my psycho exes for the copyrights revenue. They inspired a lot of
Boy, have you had some
an interesting life. Jaçie, I'm a C# software engineer in the Midwest.
Ooh!
I encourage you. We need
more black women in the field for sure. I think that's
yeah.
with that. But
Listen.
C# is definitely intricate stuff.
Yeah,
So
that
kudos
C#
to you.
is serious.
Yeah, that's
I
no joke.
actually want to learn Swift.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should.
I want to learn Swift. I know PHP. I know on Basic, of course, the stupid thing. I can read PHP like poetry. I always say that code is poetry. You know, I can read code actually, but I went to the art. But yeah, I can read code. I can code a bit. But I would like to learn Swift. And you know, I really think that technology is amazing. It's amazing that sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram exist. But us Africans, Haitians, West Indians, Virgins, Angolans, etc., we don't own these. We don't own these companies. We don't create those platforms. So ultimately those platforms, we put content in them, and it's great because we can have those conversations together and with the people, but ultimately we don't own the platforms. And when the platforms decide to switch on us and all of a sudden our content is demonetized or removed from the front view or whatever, then we are frustrated because we realize that these people don't really care. All they need is content. And I really believe that it's important that African countries and all the African diasporas start to create their own platforms. Like, that would be amazing if we had a Facebook-like content platform that was black owned, or a platform for DJs where when you want to listen to a good mix of our music, it's there, and that people flock to them too, because people tend to be like birds, and then they just go where everybody is. But how amazing would it be if we had platforms that we also own the gates and the seats? And for that, we need people like you to become ace programmers, so that the ideas cannot just go and be bought by Apple, but then they stay with us. And then on a quarantine, we can all go and celebrate our heroes, like in the Teddy Rileys and the Dr. Dre's. Instead of being on IG, they would be on their own platform, because ultimately that's where the power is. So go ahead, program. I got a job for you.
I'm sure you do.
AJ saying if you ever get stuck, I'd be happy to help. So
Oh,
what are you
thank you.
learning?
Right now I'm learning Ruby.
On
I'm gonna be
Rails.
doing, Ruby on Rails, and JavaScript is gonna be next. And I don't remember what else is on the curriculum list. But one thing I will say about the tech industry, like, I feel like people are very helpful and they're very kind. I feel like it's very opposite than what I've experienced in America in the music industry. I feel like the music industry in America, not necessarily, I wouldn't say overseas, because granted, I don't know what it is
It's
on the
cutthroat
scale,
everywhere.
but I do feel like once you have a click and you have like your community, anything. But I feel like in tech, I don't know anybody. I don't have a community yet because I don't know anyone, and everyone's always so like warm and welcoming. Like,
Yeah, it's
just-
different.
it's so different, but it's
geek
so
world.
refreshing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
so refreshing that people
And
are
I
just so.
think
out.
in these communities, it's not about like the fame, so it's more about the code, the lines. So it makes it different.
I think so. I think it's also like people want more of people of color in these industries. So it's like, if I can help you get in, that's great. Like, let me help you get in the door,
Nice.
which I love. So
Something interesting is that the whole tech is now, all the CEOs are becoming Indian. That's very interesting to see.
that is very interesting.
Yeah, it is. Kaysha, are you willing to do a masterclass online to teach producers on how to make Afro music? I gotta find the time to do that. There's a lot of things that I want to do that I'm gonna have to choose. I'm gonna have to choose some of this stuff. One time my mom said, "How come you don't sing Funana?" Well, listen, your mom might be surprised. I got a Funana in the works.
Ooh.
I got one. Actually, I want to do one of the first. I don't know if somebody ever did it, but I want to do a Funana, but in English.
Shoot first for sure.
Question My Heart would be my wedding song. Wow, that's amazing. Black excellence. Yep. I love when I'm invited to sing in weddings. Those are the best moments, because you are really part of something that is timeless. And none of the people that I sang in their wedding ever got divorced. Just saying.
Oh, so you're the secret ingredient. Okay.
Hey. Mass
Yeah.
Electronics says he knows some HTML.
Okay.
We are happy to help in tech because it makes it better. It makes it better also. I need to see some more of us in the industry, so I help. Soon I'll be volunteering to teach our kids that don't have access to learning tech. Exactly.
I love that AJ Silva. I saw A and J and automatically
Yeah,
thought
you
DJ.
thought everybody sees a DJ, huh?
And AJ, that's amazing. Keep doing that. I wish that I had code. I was very much into like editing. I've just been editing videos since high school. Like I've always been into like technology, but I had like some. So I I love that.
I know a few black women in the tech industry. I'll reach out on Instagram about them. They are all US based. This community is amazing.
It is.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, Jennifer or Jen.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Yes. That's amazing. Yes, I'm gonna need a job in like October. So
Hey, there you go.
So I do marketing now for brands. That's my day gig. But now I'm trying to get into tech, you know.
That's
So
great.
yeah, doing all these things, music, technology.
That's
all
the
stuff.
way. Like the more you have, the more things you know how to do, the more you can, you know, look at this pandemic, how a lot of artists ended up not knowing what to do, and all of a sudden like they had to stay home with no revenue, and guys like me were like, oh, okay, I'm not doing this, well, I'm gonna do that. And that's because I know how to do so many things. And that's what I've been anybody that I've mentored, I always told them you have to learn to be able to do everything. So, yeah.
That's true.
Last question before we go. It's almost 5 a.m. here. People.
This is what happens when you're on the phone or
I know.
Skype.
I know. Don Kikas or Johnny Ramos, and why? Well, listen, I know that Johnny has a lot of hits, especially that played in Angola, but I went to a show of Don Kikas, and he's an amazing musician. He plays all the instruments, so I really want to know, I really want to know the playlist. So we'll see. We'll see on the day. I forgot the day, but it's coming. That's gonna be fun. Well, anyway, I think it's gonna be time for us to. You seem a little tired, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go start cooking this lobster that I have.
No,
sitting in-
nice, good life. Listen, my people, it's really been a pleasure to have you in the show, Jaçie. I'm starting to have a lineup of people that are coming to the show. I'm gonna have a soca artist coming soon. I'm gonna have more beat makers. We're gonna do more battle of beats. We're gonna have more recording and performing live. Definitely thinking of a way to do a show on but a completely different way, because this is my safe space, and here I like it. Everybody go follow Jaçie on her socials. Go ahead and play her songs on Spotify, so that she can be discovered and pushed out to other people by the algorithms. All of
Specifically, play them, put them on repeat, and go to sleep. Just do that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's something I always say, you know. If you guys can donate, there's a donation link. And for those who can't, you just go to Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to music, and you just play the music on repeat. It will have the same outcome. So, you know, however you can support, because the guardians of the culture are not the artists. The artists do the art. The guardians of the culture are you guys. And if you guys don't do your part, our part is useless. So, you know, all these amazing superstars are made by the people. So let's all do our job.
Yes, follow me everywhere: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm on everything. Jaçie World.
Yeah. Don Kika has an classic Angolano sound. Johnny has the bangers. We'll see. This episode and the Moto episode were my two favorite. This was an awesome conversation. Thank you both.
I'm glad.
Our pleasure, AJ.
Definitely.
So what you witnessed here was just what me and Jaçie actually do when we have telephone conversations.
Literally.
Yeah. and sometimes we don't do it in conversational live conversation. Sometimes we just do voice notes on WhatsApp. She sends me a 8-minute voice note. I send 3 minutes, and then sometimes we just do like that. And sometimes I look at, like, she sends me like 5 notes of 5 minutes. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, okay, when I'll take a bath, I'll just put play and listen to it like if I'm listening to a podcast. And then I'm like, okay, let me reply something quick. And then I realized that I just sent a 16-minute voice note. I'm like, oh my God. So,
and then I'm going to send you another 16.
and I'm like, and then sometimes I'm like, let me just call her.
That's so funny. That's pretty shit.
Yeah, it's those are great conversations. Jen does this with some people too. Yeah. I used to hate voice notes. I don't know why, but I used to see some people, they only send voice notes because they don't want to type. I was like, just type, be concise. And then I started, like, there's a lot of people where, like, I have those long voice notes. So, and the worst part is when I'm having like a 3 conversations at the same time, one in English, one in Spanish, and one in French. And I just heard one answer. I just reply a long thing in English. Then I go to listen something in Spanish, and usually I reply in Portuguese, and then I have somebody in French, and then I'm lost. But yeah.
Struggle of speaking trillions of languages like Kaysha.
CV Beat says it was interesting to meet you, Jaçie, and Kaysha, thanks again. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for you to be there in every episode of Club Shada. Kaysha, tu as toujours la possibilité de continuer ta carrière comme modèle. I'm not into modeling at all anymore. The movies that I'm interested in.
That'd be
Master
cool.
is saying, Jaçie, we support you, or you are a great singer.
Thank
Emmanuel
you.
is saying, now we know who Jaçie is. Jackie? Jaçie is because of you, Kaysha.
Typo.
Thanks you, Emmanuel, and thank you for ordering a sweatshirt on shadawear.com. Just to let you know that your sweatshirt is in the manufacturer. Of course, we sadly are, because of what's happening right now, we are now working at full capacity, but your item will be sent to Montreal very soon. DJ D, thank you. So I want to send a shout out to everybody that was there for us and with us. Shout out to Nael, shout out to Bakar, shout out to AJ, shout out to Malcolm, shout out to Maximum Records, shout out to Shada, who was there, shout out to Grim on the Beat, shout out to DJ Montero, shout out to DJ T-Nex, Saran, Nadia, who else was there? Shout out to Yasmin, shout out to Nathan, shout out to the NG Star Show, shout out to Andre, shout out to Maximum Records, who fell in love with Jaçie after a second, shout out to Alexandra, shout out to Jen, shout out to King Math, shout out to Danielle, shout out to Bodhisattva, Miss Onyx, shout out to DJ Lee Mastermind, shout out to DJ IT, and shout out to everybody else that I forgot. Mass Electronic, Joel, my cousin, blessings to the wife and your father. Shout out to everybody that was here with us. It's always a pleasure, and it was a pleasure to having you here.
It was a pleasure
Jaçie.
being here.
And we are recording a song. Quick, Because if I don't do it, you're not gonna do it yourself.
All right. That works.
Ciao, ciao.
Adios.